Rowan Park in Tallangatta for our TDFL live match of the evening. It's Tallangatta at home taking on the mighty Mitta Mountain Men. My name's Gus McLeod. Welcome to the first term and our broadcast. Thanks to Shelving and Storage Northeast. Joining me in the commentary truck, the ready-to-hire commentary truck, is a man that's won a Morris medal and as I medal, and well, now he just does his best work in the Duns Twin City Cranes TDFL. Matt Goofsider. Matt, good evening to you. Welcome to the ready-to-hire truck.
Thanks, Gus. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on the other side and get a chance to watch some footy instead of thinking about it or being actively worried about what we're going to do, to watch a really good game of footy and probably two really exciting teams at the moment. Both are looking for that next win. Mitta, look, they've had a pretty good start to the season, 2-0. Last week got drummed by Yak by about 90 points. But look, with the young side, they're heading in the right trajectory. And Tallangatta have been in close matches. Probably they've lost by 3 to the Saints to kick us off, 10 to Barney, and then they just won by 2 points against Chiltern. So they're used to the hot fire of the coalface.
They certainly are, and a man that is no stranger here. We call him Mr. Tallangatta League and Mr. Tallangatta League for a reason. Scott Scooter Fraser. Scoot, you're on the hallowed turf of Rowan Park, right in the middle of the ground. What's it like at ground level?
It is beautiful, boys. I've just come from the coin toss. Captain of Mitta United, Jesse Kennett, has won the toss, and they will kick to the town end. We'll call that one the school end. Yep.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful out here, boys. Great grass cover as we break new ground with TDFL doing this night game and on Anzac Day for the first time ever.
Is this our first nighttime game on TDFL Live, Scoot?
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I reckon it is.
I reckon it is.
I reckon it is. What are conditions like here today down at the Bug House? I can see why they call it the Bug House. There's bloody bugs everywhere, Scoot.
Look, it's beautiful as the brand new lighting towers start to take effect. The sun's just gone down over Lake Hume over there, and I think we're in for a really good night, boys. I don't think it'll get dewy till sort of probably after half time. It's really good. The surface is fantastic. The reserves were certainly running across the ground pretty well in the last hour or so, and I think we're going to have some really, really good footy early tonight because the young, mighty Mitta Mountain boys and the Hoppers, they're ready to go.
They certainly are. So it looks like we're only about a minute or two away from getting the game up and running. Matty, who are you thinking is going to come out in front today?
Look, for me, there's a few players, stars missing from both sides. With Mitta, with a young policy up and coming, they've got a bit of confidence and they know how to win games of footy. Tallangatta, probably a bit more experienced, mature, older heads. Getting their first, the monkey off the back last week with the first win against Chiltern, I think will set them up to roll into this one and probably take the chocolates, but I will not be surprised if these young Mitta Mountain men are up for the challenge.
Who wins for you, Scooter? Well, we're throwing on the spot here. We've got the mic turned off. Mr. Tallangatta League.
Draw this morning, didn't I?
I think you
draw.
did.
Yeah. Don't know, I'm standing pretty close to Richard Lamb down here, so I might have to pick Tallangatta just.
You might have to pick a Tallangatta.
That was my reasoning, yeah.
I'm going to go with Mitta in a little bit of an upset here. So great to have your company on TDFL Live on 1494 2AY or streaming right across the globe on our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel as the umpire holds the Sharon aloft. Thanks to Shelving and Storage Northeast. We're underway on Anzac Day footy here in the Duns Twin City Cranes TDFL. Flying high in the ruck was Daly. He won it down for Tallangatta and an immediate stoppage straight away. Noticing Cody Van Hoff's worked his way up the stoppage to get involved. Normally a small nuggety forward. He's worked his way into the ground as Tallangatta win the clearance. Inside 50 goes Hewitt, high up and under. Spills out the back. Shiska tracking this one for Mitta United. Keep an eye on him today. He's an absolute weapon. Nice little ball to Kennett, who switches out wide, trying to find Gibbs for Mitta on the half-forward flank. Turnover as Tallangatta go inside 50 via Stone. High up and under. And appeals out of bounds on the full. And I think the umpire's going to pay it. So a free kick in the back pocket for Mitta at the high school end. It's a frantic start, Matty.
It is a frantic start. Mitta are Backleman under the pump, but they seem to be handling the pressure pretty well. Apart from that, that'll be holding the ball, and it'll be the third inside 50 for Tallangatta within the first minute.
Tell you what, he's doing stats, he's doing everything. He's our man Matt Sider on TDFL Live debut. Ball in the hands now of Jeremy Stone. Been in the best every week this year for the Bushies. He chisels the ball to half forward. Grubber kick, not the best. Working hard over the football there was Quigley for Mitta. He left it behind. On hands and knees coming through was Hewitt once again. Bit of a stoppage in the pack breaking in play here. Gibbs fed the handball backwards, not on the same page. Now Hardy for Tallangatta. Might have a free kick here, gents. Think it's going to go the way of Tallangatta.
Again, yep. Tallangatta probably look like they're first in for the footy with the ball in contest at the minute. Just maybe wanted just that little bit more.
High up and under, top of the square. Parsons, oh, too big, too strong.
Way too big, too strong. All they had to do was put it in his vicinity, and he's got the mitts to catch it. I'll back him with this one.
Boundary side, Scooter Fraser, thanks to the Commercial Club.
Yeah, just love seeing this bloke in full flight. He takes the ball so high, most of the defenders can't get to his arms. Even with the chopping of the arms not allowed anymore, he still takes bloody strong marks. And this ball, this will go over the fence by a mile. He's a beautiful kick.
Kicking to the high school end, Kane Parsons.
He started out of the square, but I reckon at some point throughout the game, he's going to get around that high half forward, and you might see him in front of us, working right up to that half back as he puts one through.
Directly in front, the yellow Sharon sails straight through the big sticks. Tallangatta, they're on the board first here, thanks to the Commercial Club and McRae Motors. And it comes via Kane Parsons, who's got his first of the night, boys.
Yeah, I just think Tallangatta, they got the head over the footy. They wanted a little bit more. Mitta a little shell-shocked in the back line. They just were a bit fumbly coming out. They had their chances to clear it and just didn't dispose of the footy too well. So, yeah, hope Mitta adjusts to the pace of the game and the skills.
What are conditions like at ground level, Scoot?
Absolutely beautiful, boys. Like I said, the lights have just taken effect. Brand new system here, and Tallangatta are very happy to have them and have their first night game.
Up in the middle of the ground, thanks to Japo Donks, who's sponsoring the clock tonight. We've played 3 minutes on TDFL Live. Working hard is Gibbs here. He's trying to do everything. Getting involved once again for the Mountain Men, or the Mountain Boys, as Scoot likes to call him. Coming off the back of the contest was Daly. He left it behind for Tallangatta. Now Mitta via Van Hoff. Quigley now onto Kennett. Throws it on the boot. Down the line. Dropping a bit of a dolly there was Grantham. Spills out the way of Daly now for Tallangatta, whose handball just goes straight to a pile of blue and white jerseys.
Jesse Kennett used it well to feed it back to that quarterback. Mitta now have a little bit of traction moving through the centre of the field. There's inside 50, 2-on-1. Tallangatta's footy.
Tallangatta's footy, just lacking a bit of a clean entry there. As Tallangatta bring it out to our broadcast position in the hands of Jeremy Stone. Dangerous kick, bit of a mongrel punt, a worm burner. Back of the stoppage is Wyndham. He switches the ball out to the scoreboard side here for Tallangatta. Sits nicely for Luke Fraser. Of course, played 275 games in the green and gold. He kicks out wide and he finds a target. Tallangatta happy to hug the highway side of the ground. Not the best kick. Working hard now is Bolton. Gets his hands on the Sharon, comes inboard. That's a nice bit of play to find Jesse Kennett. So Kennett's been everywhere to start this first term for Shelving and Storage Northeast.
Yeah, and a bit of composure from Smoke there, Joey Bolton. Smoke. Joey Smokey Bolton, mad Essendon fan.
That's going to get a run.
It is. Little bit of composure there just to settle those young heads. So he's tidied that up well, showing real leadership.
Lewis Schubert happy to see it out of bounds for a boundary thrown. With Tallangatta League, 1 straight 6 to Mitta yet to score. We'll go boundary side for Japo Donks to Scooter Fraser.
One of the kicks just before, boys, big blonde fella, number 25 for Mitta, Peter Cooper, up from their under-17s last year. Looks like he's playing more of a central role, relieving Dan Quigley through the middle.
Of course, Quigley won the league best and fairest in the twos last year. As Reed just spills that mark coming inside 50 for Mitta, across half forward. Going to try and keep it alive once again via Gibbs, handballing over the top. Reed couldn't quite get there. Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So Mitta have got the ball in probably their most threatening spot for the night here, Matty. They've just got to make the most of their opportunities.
Yeah, this is their first chance to probably hit the scoreboard. They're setting up. They're not, Tallangatta aren't flooding back too much. It's 1-1 footy in the 50.
Boundary throw-in comes back into play. Daly doing a lot of the ruck work tonight for Mitta. He won the tap down. And a little bit of argy-bargy here. The umpires are just going to say, hey, cool your jet, Scoot. Not over officiating the game.
Getting on top of it early, that's good by the umpires. One of them's Damien Patterson. I'll try and find out the other one.
Quigley took it, fed it onto Kennett, who was ragdolled as he kicked top of the square. Flying was North, brought it front and centre. Where are the crummers for Mitta? Reed, clever work, looking to find White. He couldn't quite pick up the yellow Sharon. Tallangatta scramble and they clear defensive lines. It's going to go out to the scoreboard side. It'll sit nicely for Luke Fraser, who's been busy for Tallangatta early, kicking long down the line out of bounds for a boundary throw in after 6.5 minutes for Jappo Donks, gentlemen.
Yeah, Tallangatta look like they've got a few spares with the footy in hand. They're just not making use of the foot skills and the hand skills. They're just giving it back when they appear to have worked their man inside, and there's chances on the outside. They're just not getting it to them.
Daly been good in the ruck early for the Hoppers. Gets Mitta going their way. Mark taken as Tallangatta go inside forward 50. Nice kick from Brock, and the mark has been taken. The overlap is on into the hands of O'Connell, and Hewitt kicking to the top of the square, and that's off the side of the boots. We'll maybe say conditions didn't quite favour him there. Scoot with the slippery yellow Sharon, but that was a Barry Crocker.
A new, brand new Duns Twin City Cranes Sharons, the big yellow ones. Notice there, boys, as Tallangatta moved that forward, all of the backs went off their man, so they're really they're going to back themselves by moving forward. Not a flood, but just get off their man and give support up the ground.
It looks to be, Matt, as if Tallangatta want to attack that scoreboard side. Every time in D50, they've gone out to the scoreboard.
Yep, they're trying to find that loose man, get some space on that scoreboard side, and I don't know if there's a bit of a slope here. It looks like there is from where we are, but I don't know if that's the better attacking side coming into 50, but the two times they've come in from the skinny side, they've hit the right spot, resulting in a pass and goal.
Shajika got the ball down to your man Smoke. We'll get more on that a little bit later on here. As Quigley puts his head over the footy with a big hip and shoulder. Now breaking away, here come the Mountain Men. Gibbs up to half forward, North on the lead, 55 from home. To the top of the square. Daly breaks away for Tallangatta, inside forward 50, spills out the back. Parsons trying to do his best, left alone. Now Mitta on the last line of defence. Switching is Joel Wilson out towards the cricket nets for Mitta. Breaking away off half back with pace. They're going to bring the ball down the scoreboard side, the Mountain Men. Looking for a contest. Flying high was Bruce, brought it front and centre. Umpire probably thought he might have paid the mark, or that's what Wilson thought nonetheless.
Oh.
And we've got a free kick here, gents.
Yeah, holding the man, but geez, it was a fair contest. Would have called play on, to be honest.
So would have I. Put the whistle away, let the boys play footy. Inside forward 50. Oh, Parsons. Good hands from the big fella. He looks on tonight, Scoot. Plenty of grippo on the Jukes.
Yeah, like I said this morning on the all-rounders, mate, I just love coming to watch this bloke play. He's so aerial. Look, and he's not young anymore either, but, you know, when he's up and about taking those grabs, Tallangatta are having shots at goal. That's the best thing that the Hoppers can get.
He's an opposition coach's worst nightmare. He can play deep. He can be one out, but he can also overwork his man, work him up to the halfback and burn him back. He's a very well-rounded player.
5 last week for Chilton, 570 next to his name in green and gold. He'll kick from 50, 45-degree angle, high school end, Kane Parsons. He's got his goal-kicking boots on tonight. He's kicked his second. Tallangatta have their second, and they lead by 6 points, thanks to Shelving and Storage Northeast here on TDFL Live.
He's all from a centre clearance there from Brodie Wyndham coming off the half-back line. Well, the big fella's not as mobile as you'd want a centre half-back, but geez, he just trotted straight through the middle and got the ball going forward.
Brodie's played a lot of reserves footy out at the Bug House, but he seemed to have cemented his spot now on the senior side and doing a reliable job. Yeah.
And Quigley's resting forward on Brodie now, so...
And I tell you what, gents, conditions are starting to, the temperature's starting to drop.
Yes.
The jackets are about to come out here at the Bug House, I can tell you that for free. Team sheets from the team at Tallangatta. They're looking after us tonight here at the Bug House. And up goes the Sher in the middle of the ground. Kennett left it behind. Van Hoff was getting busy for Mitta. On hands and knees, Reed coming through. Now Mitta get the ball inside forward 50. Quigley's the one who needs to fly. Spills out the back to the big ruckman who wasn't expecting it. Well done from the Bushy, or from the Hoppers. They stand up with Wyndham. Now they want to bring the ball long down the line. O'Connell, nice chipping ball, finds the intended target in Stone. Right in front of the ready-to-hire commentary box. Down the line, Tajika out of bounds, true centre wing. Boundary throw-in. So it's been a frantic start here, gentlemen, but now both sides are starting to settle.
Yeah, and some good poise there by one of the veterans of the Hoppers, Rhett Thompson, coming out of the back line.
280 games for Tallangatta, key defender, interleague winner last year.
Yep, did such a good job. The Hume League have pulled out this year.
Rhett Thompson, survivor of testicular cancer, boys. So
how good's
touch
that?
and go, yeah, great story and a great fella too.
Very good fella. It was good fun, hard worker, great footy player.
For those playing along at home, jumper change for Mitta. And McFarlane's wearing 21.
And he just kicked it out in the full.
He just kicked it out in the full. Yeah, we put the balls on him, Scoot.
So true centre wing, Stefani's going to man the mark here. For your man, Scoot.
Love each
down the line. Oh, one-handed attempt coming in was Kerno. Brought it front and centre. Kennett couldn't quite apply the tackle, and Tallangatta pump it as far as the eye can see. Sitting in the hole, taking a strong mark is Lincoln Reed. On centre wing on the clubroom side. Gee, it's not a pretty-looking kick, but it's effective. Van Hoff marks from Mitta in the centre of the ground. He wants to attack the scoreboard side. Nice switch. This is nice play from the mighty Mitta Mountain men. They're going to get the ball inside forward 50. Quigley's the target. Needs to fly. Oh, good defensive grab. There's no way that's a mark. They could have raffled that. Rhett Thompson trying to put the umpire into a tough decision. Here's Quigley. Handballing inboard. Snapping from Kennett. Kennett scores a level.
Well deserved. Kennett's work rate is elite at the minute. He's at every contest, at the bottom of every pack. He's rolled the dice, got forward, got to the back quarterback, and kicked a really good snapping goal.
Scooter Fraser, what are you seeing at ground level?
Oh, the number says number 10, Eddie and Tajika for Mitta, but it's not him with that jumper on.
No.
I need a correction.
Well, I think he's wearing number 6, isn't he?
Yeah, who's number 10 for Mitta?
Joey Bolton, but it's not the
Joey.
Joe. It looks like the Joey Bolton I know, but that is not the Joseph Bolton that I know. So, Smoke, if you're listening, I do know
Joey Bolton,
different
physique.
I do know what you look like.
I was wondering where you were going with the smoke, but anyway. Scores a level here. We've got a good game of footy, gents. Back in the middle is Reed. Gets it going for Mitta. Kick was smothered off the boot. Oh, well done, Lincoln Reed. His follow-up work was good. But Tallangatta break away. Hewitt for the Bushies. Up towards half forward. They want to come inboard now. Now Mitta. Hands on the footy. Long down the line. 2-on-1. Well done, Stefani for Tallangatta. Brought it front and square. Stone's getting involved for Tallangatta as well. Big gang tackle applied by Hewitt, and we'll ball the footy up, gents.
It looks like the half-backs and the back pockets for Mitta have a bit of a licence to take the game on, take ground and get the footy long. They've taken the opponent on a couple of times now and it's worked. It's cleared well.
Nice big tackle applied, Van Hoff. I like this game from Cody Van Hoff. Scoot, he's a bit of a mongrel. He's having a crack.
Yeah, up out of their juniors and, having a real red-hot go.
Getting nutmegged at the back of the contest was Kimball. Now he's a go for Bolton. Not Matt Sider's mate, the wrong Bolton. Kicks to half forward now. Quigley on a surging lead. The big fella's got some big jukes. And he's got the ball 50 metres out to the town end, directly in front.
Doesn't look confident.
No, he wants to pass it off. Where's a lead? He spotted one in the pocket. North out in front. Beautiful footy from the Mountain Men. And we know, Scoot, that this young fella, the Jappo Donks, has got the leg from 45.
Hey, geez, he got some good separation off Harry Farrelly there, and was 5 metres in front when he took the mark. So to go back on his left boot, and if he puts the arms up straight away, we'll know what it is.
So
he's
you reckon
very confident of his own kicking.
He's an early celebrator, is he, Scoot?
Very much so.
What do you reckon, Scoot? Back him in, Goof?
Yeah.
Oh, back him in on this one, yep.
Kicking to the town end, a measured approach, 45-metre kick, left foot, strikes it nicely, but it fades across to the right-hand side for a minor score. So Mitta hit the front for the first time thanks to Shelving and Storage Northeast. They lead 2-1 to Tallangatta, 2 straight after 17 minutes, gents.
It is a hot footy at the moment in the middle of the ground. There's a kick out from Tallangatta. It's to the wing. Mitta in front.
They certainly are. Back inside 50. Nice ball from Reed. Working hard is Gibbs. Head over the footy, then left it behind. His handball wasn't the best. Inboard, Tallangatta have numbers. Wyndham at centre half back. He wants to attack the corridor, and it's a good-looking ball to Kimball. Not his best work, but he breaks away onto the right, does Kimball. Up to half forward, searching on the lead. Kernoff dropped an absolute dolly. Umpires paid a whistle for a high. And this could favour Tallangatta here, gents. I reckon it's going to go Mitta's way.
I reckon Tallangatta are starting to put a little bit of time into Jesse Kennett, who's been pretty damaging early. I can see that he's getting a lot of bumps coming through, and I think, yeah, the fire's on him.
Nice mark taken by Louis Schubert. One of 3 Schuberts playing tonight for Mitta. If in doubt, just call Schubert. Kicking the ball to centre half forward or closer to goal through the hands of Wyndham. At the back of the contest, right on cue, snapping on goal for Mitta. Your man, is it through? What are the goal umpires going to say? Oh, the umpires are getting involved here. It's going to be a meeting of the minds.
No score review.
I reckon Gibbsy thinks he's kicked it. I reckon Gibbsy thinks he's got a
clear
goal.
as a goal.
You're with us, Scooter.
The
Tell
all
us what we
clear
got.
from the umpire is a goal, and he agrees.
Bang! So it's a goal to the Mountain Men at the town end of the ground. And kicking his second goal is Gibbsy.
Does it look like there's any moisture on the footy down there, Scoot? There seems to be a few marks that's slipping through the hands.
No, I think it's actually the new yellow balls. They're probably not quite used to playing with, boys.
Right.
There we go. It's a Hugh on Hill goal today and a Bill Tilley goal today here on TDFL Live. 19 plays 12. The Mountain Men are in front. And Tallangatta, after dominating the first part of this quarter, Matt Sider, they need to find their way back into the game.
Yeah, probably another avenue towards goal too. It's Parso's the only one who's looking dangerous down there. So unless he can't do a one-man band by himself, so they need other options.
Chajika for Mitta, left it behind. Another stoppage. Temperature starting to drop here at the bunkhouse, Scoot.
Yes, my legs are getting a little bit cold. I've got an extra jumper, boys, but it's all right. It's TDFL footy. We've got to put up with it, and it's lovely to be here.
Matt Sider clearly didn't listen to Carl Linder's weather report last night. He's gone the shorts, thongs, and the T-shirt. Enjoying the summer weather today.
Enjoying the summer weather. Yep.
Inboard.
It often happens where I just misdress for the occasion.
Yep, been there, done that, mate. Here's a chance here for Van Hoff, who's been busy for Mountain. Oh, he bit off more than he can chew. Got the handball away, and Tallangatta want to attack the corridor. It's a hot footy, it's a jumpy footy, and now it's a go for White. Top of the goal square, back of the contest, Reed. Oh, he slipped over at the crucial moment. Good work from Tallangatta's defence. They stand
Brody
up.
Wyndham's done well. He got a hand in there as the footy comes through, and then he's laid the tackle, played on, delivered it properly. Well done, Brody.
Did everything except get the ball to a decent distributor for Stone. Unhappy with that, but you can hear through our effects, Mark Scooter, that the Tallangatta coaching staff are very happy with that.
Yeah, very, very vocal BJ Matic. I'm sure he'd want to be out there, but he's all talk out on the field all the time, so pumping up his boys from off the field.
How far are we from seeing BJ Matic to make a return? Do you know, Scoot?
I'll find that out for you.
Just walk over and have a chat to him.
Yeah.
Bush Broadcasting at his best. We might even get a mid-quarter interview here on TDFL Live.
Got a minute, BJ?
So
no, he's busy.
He's busy, fair enough, Scoot. So you're meant to be busy as well. We'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the netball courts here. Of course, footy and netball under lights on Anzac Day. TDFL live in the ready-to-hire commentary box. Hope you're enjoying the coverage on 2AY and the live stream this evening. Long down the line go Mitta. Nice work from Peter Cooper. He's won himself a free kick, I'm assuming for a hold, Matty.
Was a hold there, just was giving away a little bit of height, so had to do all he could, and at least he held him up. Jesse Kennett with the footy again as he brings it inside 50.
Oh,
perfect spoil. That spoil's gone 20 metres. That's the stuff you'd like to see from the coach's box. I love it.
Jeremy Henderson with a big golden fist contender there, Scoot.
I was just about to say that, boys. It's they're the sort of things a defender wants to see coming in. You just punch it straight out of it.
So lurking is Dan O'Connell. He left it behind. Now Kimball for Tallangatta. Head over the footy. Umpire said we'll throw it back into play.
The umpires are letting the ball play a little bit more now. It's good. Letting the boys go at it.
So boundary throw in, true centre wing. Quigley won the tap. Not many Mountain men on the same page. So Tallangatta mop up the crumbs. It spills backwards to Ryan. Across half back, he sends it long down the line. For Tallangatta, high up and under. Parsons, a long way from home. Fumbled, gathered, kicked it inside 50 for the green and gold. Back of the pack, working hard. Tallangatta under the pump. Wilson, did he bite off more than he can chew? Umpire said no. Tallangatta searching for a stoppage here. They're going to get a holding the ball. It's a free kick to Mitta for holding the ball.
No, it's a throw.
Oh, well spotted. Talk us through that one, Matty Sider.
Yeah, he just didn't get his hand cleanly to it, and the tackler just got underneath and made him pay. As Mitta cleared the footy out, they looked to be trying to take the heat off the footy and just trying to find a target and slow this down to get to the end of the quarter.
Well, you put the Mozza on him, Goof, because they turned it over straight
Every
away.
time.
The commentator's curse. Matt Sider on TDFL Live, thanks to Simo and the team at Japo Donks. As Tallangatta get it inside 50, they need Parsons, but the mark's been taken, flying across the pack. I think it's Jeremy Stone who's floated forward.
Yeah, been in the best every game so far for the three of them. So he looks like that option forward that might need to really spark up if they're going to have some more avenues to goal. Scoot?
Yeah, and I think Reece Wall's doing a pretty good job for the last 5 minutes or so on Parsons as well. So the Hoppers do need that extra avenue to goal when Parsons can't get near it.
Well, he's worked his way up the ground, which sort of says he wants to get in the game a bit. So the Hoppers would like him closer to home. In the meantime, Stone's going to kick on goal, and they're very accurate. The Tallangatta Football Club at the high school end. He's put through Tallangatta's third. They move to 3 straight. Mitta 3-1. We've got a 1-point ball game here for Shelving and Storage Northeast. You can check out their range at shelvingandstoragenortheast.com.au.
Yeah, fantastic game of footy on our hands at the minute. So, and just talking about Kane too, coming up and as an opposition coach and watching him, what we get really worried about is his running patterns. He has running patterns similar to O&M or VFL where it'll go around 200 metres, where your probably typical running pattern in the TDFL or O&M is around that 150. So you could see him do a 100-metre work up and back, and for any defender out here that it's really hard to keep up with. So I expect and hope to see him in those running patterns soon.
Stefani's gone in the ruck here for Tallangatta. Couldn't quite win the hit out. We've got a whistle, a free kick. It looks like it's going to go the way of Mitta. And a little bit ginger to get up here is the jumper change, which might be Charlie McFarland.
That's right.
Who's got number 27 on with the jumper change. Normally a sign of a fight the week before. Or he's forgot his jumper. Inside 50, Reed flew high for the Mountain Med. Made a contest. Now they need a crummer. Lurking is Taj White, not on the same page. Whistle, dump tackle. Talk us through that one. Scooter Fraser for Shelving and Storage Northeast. Oh, he's going to get reversed. It's going to get reversed. He's going to get
reported too.
Silly from Finley North.
He's being sent off.
Is the card coming out?
The card's coming. Yeah, Finn gave him one in the Jats Crackers as a result. He's been sent off.
So a yellow card for North. That's just a real coach killer for Tallangatta. They're going to go to 17 on the field now. Scoot, talk us through the protocols.
Yeah, that's correct. Look, North looks quite injured as well. He's probably angry with the way he was sling tackled, but probably not the best way to retaliate.
And he's probably been...
He's still on the ground. He's taken a while to get off. I do think he's done a little bit of damage to that left hip or that just above the back, the lower back there, just above the cheek.
Normally the umpires wait for him to get off the ground before they make a decision on what's going to be the play-on rule. But nonetheless, Finn North has been sent off. So Mitta are down to 17 players for the next 15 minutes. Happened at the 25th minute mark here for Japo Donks. They go long down the line, and Stone can't quite keep it in, out of bounds for a boundary throw. And that's come at a really crucial stage of the game here for Mitta. Scoot, they've led for the first time all night across the last couple of minutes. They've looked at their best when Finn's had Sharon in hand, and now he's been sent off the ground.
Yeah, certainly not what Bo Packer would like to see. And I don't even think that. So Luke Fraser was the recipient of the tap on the front of the shorts by Finn North, but I don't think he was the one that gave him the sling tackle. So, yeah, not the best thing to do.
Tallangatta have seemed to just, with the one extra man, they're just leaving a spare man in defence instead of going that attack. They're probably, got to talk, boys.
Fraser, who's got himself the Sharon in hands. Centre wing and a 50-metre penalty. Scoot, did you catch that for Jappo Donks?
It's this silly stand rule that's crept its way into football. But anyway, unfortunately, I think it was Cody Van Hoof. No, it was Lincoln Reid, actually. Just moved a little bit sideways, and
so
the umpire's given him 50.
It's a tricky one, that stand rule. Some are really strict on it and some aren't. There's not a whole heap of consistency.
I think a step each way is good enough. It's a silly rule. Shouldn't be in country footy.
I agree, Scoot.
Luke Fraser has Sharon in hands, and if he can kick a goal here at the 27-minute mark for Jappo Donks and after the siren, Tallangatta will lead at quarter time. Right foot kick is out wide for a minor score. So, scores are level here at Rowan Park in Tallangatta in our TDFL Live match of the day. Thanks to McRae Motors and the Commercial Club in Albury. We'll take a break where Tallangatta and Mitta can't be separated at 3-1 apiece. It's TDFL Live, and on TDFL Live, you won't miss a thing.
Commercial Club. The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest-serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoisin machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and Norm Engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer Embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer Embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth,
Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Here at Rowan Park in Tallangatta. My name's Gus McLeod. Scooter Fraser will catch up with him boundary side. Thanks to the Laguna Country Club Resort. Morris medal winner, Azai medal winner, and now he's just finally gracing us with his presence in the TDFL. Matt Sider is with us and doing the double up, if you don't mind, Bob Jackson, who told us off air that he wants this place renamed Bob Jackson Park after some of the best work he did here in the cricket season. You've jumped on board for the McRae Motors stats, Bobby J.
That's exactly right, boys. I'm really excited to be here. Driving in, the lights were starting to take over. Fantastic atmosphere, and this is bush footy at its finest. The crowd and the support that these rural clubs get is something to see. And I'm just praying that it's a better game of football than what I saw this afternoon. Gus, I saw the first half of an North Albury Anzac Day clash that had the stakes at its highest, and it produced absolute garbage in the first half, but the second half was a little bit better.
The TDFL's been absolutely sensational. Yes. We might just go to Scooter Fraser quickly to see what the coaches had to say at the first break, Scoot.
Some very vocal coaches, boys. Bo Packer, very, very happy with his young troops, but as you can imagine, just some silly mistakes has meant that they're level, and they could have been a couple of goals up. On the other side of it, Connor McDowell, injured Connor McDowell for Tallangatta, was very vocal at Tallangatta's huddle, certainly getting their backs, how good they were with repelling out of the Mitta's forward line. So and a confirmation from the umpire, Finn North, has been reported. I don't know what the actual charge
It's
will
a sack
be.
tap. It's a sack tap. We went back and had a little look at it then. He could not have done it in a worse spot. It's right. It's 15 metres in front of the camera. He did get sling tackled. He did hurt his back, but he's gone straight up, and the Year 8 boy come out at him, and he's just done the sack tap.
Yeah, there's no way to sugarcoat that. So the second term's about to get underway here, thanks to the Laguna Country Club Resort, and you would have seen the pictures. We've got Travis Cartwright on the camera. He's the best cameraman in the world. What an absolute privilege it is to have him on board on TDFL Live, and Jackson and Luke from Wangaratta Indigo Computers bringing the pictures to you this evening. Thanks to the team at Peter Bowen Homes for supporting our live stream in 2026. And we're underway here in the second term. Thanks to the Laguna Country Club, and up in the middle, flying high was Quigley, and he brought it front and centre. Working hard is Stewart for Tallangatta, left it behind. Scrappy start here, but running forward is Van Hoff. We'll get a Bobby J update on Van Hoff soon, because I believe there's a close connection as Tallangatta hack it forward. Nice tackle applied on Harding and Bobby J, thanks to McRae Motors. What's the connection with Cody Van Hoff?
Yeah, young Cody's moved into my place at the moment. He's living. He basically lives at our place. He's going out with my daughter at the moment. So Cody, he's a good young fella and wants to learn about footy and all that sort of stuff. So he's asking some real weird questions at home that I can't answer.
Oh, Scoot knows what it's like to have a few mighty Mitta Mountain men in the house, don't you, Scoot?
Two reserves boys spend a lot of time at my place, and they're about the same, Bobby.
Me and Goof are the odd ones out here.
We are. Yep.
Don't know whether any of my advice is going through to their brains.
Well, just make sure they stay away from Goof's sisters after what he said on the back bar this week.
Yeah.
I
copped a little bit.
That half
last
forward.
couple of days for that.
I've been here 2 minutes and it's got loose already.
Yeah.
Welcome to TDFL, Bobby J.
I love it.
Quickly in the ruck, he's starting to get his hands on it now and probably showing some real dominance in there. And he's given Mitta the first choice of the footy, and he's setting up well. Well, here he is now.
Right on cue. He's at centre half forward, just trying to smash his way through the pack, Scoot. Quigley's a player you know a fair bit about. He's just struggled to get senior opportunities at Mitta.
Yeah, I think last year he either couldn't train or didn't, or only trained one night a week and just stayed in the twos. But certainly worked out that he could play footy, and Bo Packer's given him a free licence this year, obviously, just to play in the ruck and do as best as you can.
He's got himself a free kick here. You don't see a ruckman in long sleeves very often, Goose.
So I was actually looking at I played fourths out at Mitta, and I'm disappointed to see so many blokes in long sleeves. We used to always say there can only be one or two blokes who can wear long sleeves in a game of footy.
Not happy with it, are you?
No, not
a
at all.
ruckman.
Not a ruckman. Far out.
On the centre wing position, scoreboard side, sliding him in and under was Brock, and now Tallangatta just hack it forward. They get it between centre wing and half forward. Fumbly, but the mark has been paid in the hands of Dan O'Connell. Of course, the O'Connell surname synonymous with footy out here at the Bug House. Inside 50 with a downfield free kick.
Reversal. He's
no,
he's just grabbed him.
as he
It's a
fended
bit of
off.
a late bump. As he fended off, he's put him in a little 1 second headlock, and it's been a bit of a reversal. A little bit of discipline here would go a long way for these teams to get some consistency.
Dangerous ball. Gibbs left it behind so Reid could fly. Now he gets the dish and the overlapping run, but the handball was poor. Nice pick up, though, from Gibbs. Into the hands of Bolton for Mitta. To centre half forward, into full forward. An intercept mark has been taken by Riley Brock. And I tell you what, Matt Sider for the Commercial Club. He's been superb today at fullback.
That's Brodie Wyndham.
Oh, my apologies.
He's been really good. He's competing well. He's getting his hands in to probably all the aerial balls coming in, and he's using the footy well for a big fella. I used to work with Brooks, and I didn't think he had this type of skill on him.
What are you trying to say?
I'm seeing that he's playing out of it, probably beyond himself at the minute. Here he is now, probably put the Moz on him. Nah, he's taking the mark.
He's taking on the mark, and he's really starting to get the upper hand on Lincoln Reid, who is a wiry type of forward scoot. They need to get him on the lead and get him up and down the ground, I reckon, Lincoln Reid.
Yeah, I think his speed and agility needs to be up at the half forward line rather than deep down there.
Coming off his line, he's Bobby J's son-in-law, Van Hoff. And that's exactly what the Sharon does, goes hoof off the boot, inside forward 50. And I tell you what, this Tallangatta back six it's a brick wall at the minute, gentlemen.
It's holding up, yeah. The footy's not coming in too well. They're entering at about that 35, 40 metres out, where it's pretty easy to defend. They've got to get deeper.
Deeper, yep.
Got to get deeper.
What are the conditions doing at ground level for the Commercial Club, Scooter Fraser?
Glad you asked, Gus, because I consulted Hopper legend Darryl Butler at quarter time what the ground might get like, and he said it's been beautiful the last few weeks training Thursday nights. No dew until very late, so hopefully it should be clean footy for a while. 4
minutes gone on the Japo Donks time clock here in the second term for Thaguna Country Club Resort. Ball's in dispute across half forward. Have another ball up. We might get a McRae Motors stats update from Bobby J. What numbers are we taking here in the second term onwards?
Well, I've just looked at the inside 50s for Tallangatta, for Mitta. They've just got the three, but in flip side, there's been 3 intercept marks on the flip side, so they're not getting that clean entry, as Goof was just saying just there before. The deeper it is, the more dangerous it's going to be, so the shallow entries are hurting them at the moment.
And then we've cornered the back wall, the brick wall, I should say, for Tallangatta. It's hard to penetrate. Mark's been taken by Hewitt.
So's the back wall, mate.
Hewitt, who marks for Tallangatta. True centre wing on the clubroom side, down the line. Whistle for a free kick here. Umpire's going to pay advantage to Rhett Thompson, who throws it on the boot. High up and under inside forward 50. Coming off his line was Schubert, who left it behind, but now they stand up. Now, fumbling football here. Mitta under the pump. Head over the football was Kennett. Did he get taken high? High free kick. Kennett wins himself a free kick. They survive a scare there, Goof.
You can see Jesse smiling, boys. He played for that.
Yeah, that was Jack Ginnivan like with the long sleeve and all.
Jesse Kennett long down the line for the mighty Mitta Mountain men. High up and under on centre wing. Head over the football was Peter Cooper. Dispossessed. Tallangatta want a free kick. Now breaking away is Fraser, who's been good. Shizika head over the football now for the mighty Mitta Mountain men. Left it behind. Now Kennett fed it underground. Inside 50. Went through the mitts of Brock. Now it's at ground level. Working hard as Parsons with the breakaway pace. He centres the ball beautifully. But fumbling at the crucial moment was Kimball. The yellow Sharon's wreaking havoc here. Dan O'Connell applies a bit of composure into the middle of the ground. Here come the Bushies. Or the Hoppers, I should say. At centre half forward. Top of the goal square. Stefani lurks dangerously, so does Kernoff. And a ball of footy. Umpire's called play on. Kennett breaks away now for Mitta, kicks as far as the eye can see, and that's a downfield free kick, gentlemen.
There is some real fire in this game.
Well, the umpire's going to...
Well, we've already had a report this evening for
He's
a tap.
called another 50.
So is that a double 50,
He's
Scooter?
called another 50 because he downed Jesse Kennett after it.
The first side to just settle and keep their heads about them will go a long way in this football game. There is free kick after free kick, and if they're using the footy not this poorly, but not this effectively, this is 100 metres. This is a...
Here's a chance for a shot on goal here as Gibbs sets sail from downtown.
Downfield.
Is it a downfield? No, the umpire's going to say play on. They're not going to pay a 150-metre penalty, are they? Has it gone through for a minor score, or is the mark being taken? I think the marks is being taken, and Tallangatta survive a scare. So, Bobby J, we're not too far away from the coach's box. I reckon they'd be scary inside 50 stats against Tallangatta. We'll get those numbers shortly. In the middle of the ground is O'Connell, smack bang in the centre circle. Plays on for Tallangatta, high up and under inside 50. Parsons, third bite, got it. Kane Parsons takes the Japo Donks mark of the day, and he'll go back and have a set shot 30 metres out directly in front.
They look much better when Parsons is leading up to the footy, not getting into that sort of high half forward. When he's coming at the footy, he's taken the attention of the best defender. A lot of people are worried about him. It's freeing up other people. Hopefully they keep him deep to give him more opportunity like this.
Scooter, we normally ask for where he needs to start this kick, but considering we're in the open air box, I can tell you there's no breeze.
None at all, mate.
So Parsons kicking to the town end from 25 metres out, directly in front. This to give Tallangatta the lead by 6 points, and he's put it wide. He's put it wide for a minor score. So Tallangatta hit the front by a sole point. They lead 3-2 to 3-1 here, thanks to the Thallangatta Country Club Resort on TDFL Live.
Just on that.
Sorry, Goof, a message about the long sleeve for Mitta. Jigsy Patton, Nick Bowles and Nick Fraser and the Nelson twins say g'day.
Do they really? I know. I had a catch up with the Nelson twins the other week. Yeah.
Gee, would have
No,
liked
it's
to be the
how
owner
football
of
is.
that pub. Down the line, nice ball into the hands of Kennett, who just fumbled at the crucial moment, did Jesse Kennett. Now Tallangatta to get it inside 50. Parsons the target again, lurking at the back of the contest.
Bobby,
Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Bobby, what do you reckon? It's both sides entry into 50. It's just not holding up.
No, you're exactly right. And the inside 50 numbers is 5-3 at the moment in Mitta's favour. And the entry, you've got two key forwards in Parsons and also, not so much North at the moment, but Parsons at one end. And you get your key targets at Mitta's end as well. You want that forward entry a little bit cleaner. Like Parsons is dangerous every time he gets near the footy.
So up goes the Sharon. Nice ruck craft from Mitta. They get the ball to ground level. Stefani looks dangerous. Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in once again.
Jesse Kennett's getting that target, as I mentioned in that first quarter. Every time he goes near the footy or walks past the Tallangatta player, he's getting a bump.
Boundary throw-in now comes back into play. Nice work from Stefani. Just burrows his way through. Umpire says we'll ball the footy up now, 25 metres out from goal.
Just to support Scooter's statement earlier in the game with the new yellow footy, I reckon it's going to start losing its shine a little bit here. And it does become sticky once it loses its little bit of shine. So a brand new footy is slippery.
Snap on goal opportunity here. High up and under from Kimball. Top of the goal square. Mark's been taken. Nice defensive work from Reece Wall.
Gee, when Kane has it in his hands or he's around it, they are a much more dangerous side.
In the back pocket now. Mark's been taken. We might get those inside 50s from McRae Motors, Bobby J.
Yeah, it's 5-3. It's starting to even itself up a little bit now, but the bang for buck, Tallangatta actually look more dangerous when they're inside 50 than Mitta do. Like, every time the ball goes into Mitta's forward 50, it's a turnover.
TDFL footy, thanks to Peter Bowen Holmes, and ready to hire on 2AY and the live stream. Umpire has whistle in mouth, and he's paid a free kick. It's going to go the way of Tallangatta.
He had his chance to get rid of it and just didn't take it. 360 tackle and resulted in a free kick.
Lockie Ryan sets sail to the hot spot for Mitta. Big contest form. They're just trying to hack it forward here. Do the Mountain Men. Working hard is O'Connell. Lenny left it behind. Chijika. Whistle wins himself a free kick. Here's your man, Scooter Fraser for the Thallangatta Country Club.
E.T. Oh, he's not taking the kick.
E.T. I don't mind that.
That's what they call him, Etienne Chijika.
Chijika.
Phone home.
He's a goer, of course, come via Wodonga Bulldogs in their thirds program. He's got wheels. Just got to get the ball to him in space, gents. That's all we need. That's just landed inside the field of play, right in front of the ready to hire commentary box, boundary throw in. What are you seeing as a trend in the game here, Matt Sider, for the Taguna Country Club?
Oh, I see the game is being played a lot in the middle of the ground. It's coming inside 50s and coming out pretty quick. Whoever can just start using the footy in the middle of the ground better and start lowering their eyes and hitting targets, they're going to have better avenues to goal. But at the minute, it's the skill areas everywhere. Whoever tidies it up.
Come out in front, you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's been so tight. But yeah, nothing is screaming out to me that this game is unevenly matched. Both have had large amounts of time with the footy, with momentum, and then they've wrestled it back. I don't see a forward line massively taking advantage of a back line. I think we're set for a really good match.
Here's the switch here from Tallangatta. We like this. They get it to centre half back. Chop of the arms free kick to Jeremy Henderson. And the umpire's going to call him to play on. So Tallangatta have it at centre half back near the cricket nets, and they come back inboard with Henderson. 1-2 and a give and go. High up and under. Tallangatta attack the middle of the ground. They could have raffled that, the Mountain Men. It's a turnover, and Reid marks, and he's got Bolton with plenty of space for Mitta in front of the club rooms at Rowan Park. On the right boot, long down the line, not his best kick. Now the ball's in dispute. Heads towards the boundary line. The umpires get involved, and Scooter Fraser for McRae Motors will ball it back into play.
And just after I ordered that 5 minutes ago of Lincoln Reid coming up the ground, he's taken 2 marks up here on the wing and centre half forward and sent it back the other way.
Would you like fries with that, Scooter? On the order. Very good from you. Bolton handballing to Quigley inboard.
Oh, took him on.
Oh, he took him on, but he got the handball away just in the nick of time. Mitta want the boundary line. Now they're going to try and shovel it back inboard. Not the best decision because there's Tallangatta players everywhere. Ball's in dispute. Tallangatta just hack it forward. Working hard is Hewitt. Got himself involved in the play. Here come the Bushies. Up to half forward. Kick was smothered off the boot, but it could work out okay for Ciccone. Right foot kick. Top of the goal square. Tracking it back is Thompson. It's a minor score.
Gee, there's real energy and effort from both sides here. They are having a crack. This is, once the footy's been delivered, they're getting into each other. The tackles are hard, the chases are hard. They're having a crack.
So Tallangatta move to 3-3. Mitta 3-1 on TDFL Live. Long down the line. Got a whistle and a free kick. It looks like it's going to go the way of Parsons here.
No, there was some strong hands there. He just held on for just that millisecond, enough of time to get the mark.
Inside 50. Go Tallangatta. High up and under. Oh, good mark. Has been taken. It's a good set of jukes from the mighty Mitta Mountain Men. They stand up on their last line of defence, and this is probably one weakness I think we've seen so far from Tallangatta, from Mitta, is their defence really standing up when required.
Yep. Look, with such a young side, as we've seen in the first quarter, when they get the footy in the hand, they want to run and go like they're doing now, but that can often backfire pretty quickly too. And again, we talk about the disposal efficiency. If they're not doing that right, they're going to get caught on the way back.
For those playing along at home, Lockie Peters is at a jumper change for Mitta. He's wearing 21, not 38 as he's listed in the Critic, and hopefully you are tuning in on 1494 2AY on the good old-fashioned wireless as well. Hope you're enjoying the coverage at the Bug House here in Tallangatta. Running down the wing is Archie Schubert for the mighty Mitta Mountain Men, and he kicks the grass and he lets his runners go at this one. Here's White across half forward for Mitta as they go inside 50, and the mark's been taken by Gibbs.
God, simple footy, just get it on in the right spots, hit that forward 50 with a nice weighted kick, and you see what happens. Well done from Mitta.
That's their 7th inch inside 50 for the first actual mark inside 50. So you're bang for buck, getting deeper, like you said, Goof, in the start of the quarter. You get it deep, more dangerous. Defenders are nervous.
Gibbsy's normally a good kick of the footy too, Scooter.
Gibbsy.
You back him in, Gus?
I'm backing him in. He's already got one.
I'm not going to say anything because we mozzed the last couple.
Well, it couldn't have been a bigger moz than what Finn North did earlier. Into the hands of Gibbs to step up for the mighty Mitta Mountain Men. High school end. Looks pretty good. He's got himself a double. And on the Japodonks time clock, Mitta regained the lead here on TDFL Live, gents.
For the first goal in the second quarter, a bit of a tug of war there for the 15 minutes with no goal. So Mitta win this little tug of war, won the battle, but we'll see about the war.
What are you noticing at ground level thanks to McRae Motors, Scooter Fraser?
Oh, just looking around the grounds for you boys. Yakking down to 7-9-51, lead Beechworth 5-6-36. Beechworth have kicked the last 3 goals. Earlier today, Taguna 126 defeated Waganya 54. And the Saints and Dettering has just started.
Bill Tilley goal at A there from Tom Gibbs. How much did the Bombers lose by tonight, gents?
Essendon.
Yeah.
I haven't looked. I'm an Essendon supporter.
So
I'll just leave that.
I'm too scared to look.
Yep.
That might ruin my Sunday. I'm not going to let it ruin my Saturday night. Back in the middle. Here come Tallangatta with a dangerous look to Parsons. He looks the most lively forward on the ground, Kane Parsons. He's going to have a look on his sticks. He's got 2 goals, 2 next to his name tonight, and he'll be well and truly within range. He'll kick from 45 metres out, slide angle to the town end.
He's taking his time. There's no time clock in the TDFL.
Gus, you might be happy. The Bombers, the difference was only 13.
Goals,
goals, yeah.
I was going to say, we'd almost sing the song after losing by 13 points. Here's Parsons, kicked his first 2, missed his next. Can he break the trend and give Tallangatta back the lead? 45 metres out to the town end. Tallangatta's big star steers it through. Oh, he's missed.
He's called it.
Oh, well, Paso stuck the finger up. He liked it, Scoop, but the goal umpire said no siree.
It didn't hit the post. It must have gone straight over it.
Oh, good contest.
Dangerous ball back into play from the kick in. Great tackle applied by Riley Brock for the Bush Rangers. Now to go for Mitta. They're going to break away off half back. Nice ball down the line from Gibbs, who's been probably Tallangatta's Mitta's best player today. And the sliding mark has been taken by Harrison Farilli.
Mitta look good when they're just generating some pace and attack from this half back. If they keep taking the game on, use the footy as we've talked about a little bit better, they'll get it forward.
Nice chopping out mark has been taken there by Peters. In fact, it was Louis Schubert who flew across the pack in the blue wheels. Dangerous ball out wide. Works out okay. We'll get some McRae Motors numbers from Bob Jackson here on TDFL Live. What's happening on the stat sheet?
Yeah, Gibbs is racking the touches up. He's had 10 so far for the game, along with Kennett. He's had 10 for the game as well for Mitta. Whereas Stone's gone a little bit quiet for Tallangatta this quarter. He's yet to touch the footy.
Here's Slim Shady, or Cooper, as he was got written on his birth certificate, Scoop. That is one of the all-time great Slim Shady lookalikes from our man Peter Cooper.
Yeah, he's a bit rare, Pete, but yeah, good young kid from Barranduda. There's a lot of Barranduda young cricketers that have come up to Mitta, so that's how their juniors have been surviving.
What do you reckon the crowd is, Gussie? Having a look around. Scoot?
There's quite a few inside.
Yeah, I reckon 750 to 1,000 in the house. Maybe 1,200. There's a few listening in the cars. We'll get them to flash their headlights. It's always a good way to check if anyone's listening to the call.
Just been told the canteen's sold out and they've gone up the street to Ciccone Supermarket to get some more. So
Had a hot dog yet, Goof?
No, haven't had a hot dog yet. Hopefully it is a large fat dog and there's got all the condiments and garnish.
Well, we put the SOS call
Goof
out.
Sounds like you've never eaten a hot dog before, Goof.
So kicking up to half forward, nice looking ball, and the mark has been taken.
Nice weighted approach in the 50. Starting to settle down a little bit around that high half forward and just really using that footy better, giving themselves the best option. Geez, a long way out.
It's a very long way out, but Gibbsy's the man. He's the most dangerous player on the ground for the Mighty Mitta Mountain men at the minute, and this is going to take his best, Scoot, from McRae Motors. I reckon you'll need 50 metres of this, Sharon.
sorry, mate, I haven't been watching. I was just talking to Jared Stevenson, league president. He's
here's Gibbs. Start watching this, Scoot, because that is a Bill Tilley goal of the day. Oh, no, it's not. I thought the goal umpire was winding up to get the salute.
It must have got that fingertip on the line. Brody Wyndham's got a hand in there again. Tallangatta's back 6, probably their back 3, stepping up.
You certainly are. And you didn't have much of a big rap coming in for Brody Wyndham. You didn't telling me off air that you didn't think he was a hell of a player. And he just said, stuff you, Goof.
Not a big rap, but like he's taken that step up to senior footy consistently, and he's showing why. But he out there is probably in the best 4 or 5 players on the ground, if not the best.
North's back on the ground for Mitta. They've got 18 on the field, and they kick inside 50, but Reed was trailing. And the brick wall that is the Tallangatta back 6 stands up, and the kick was smothered off the boot. Under the pump, he's your man, Brody Wyndham, and he stands up, Goof.
He just wanted another touch.
Well, he's racking up the McRae Motors disposals on the stat sheet, long down the line.
Is that smothered kick a stat?
Yeah, yes. We'll pay it.
Apparently now on Emmett is too, yeah.
Certainly is.
Is it?
Yes, Quigley. Yeah, if your smothered kick's a stat.
No.
It certainly is. I don't do the Premier Datas, they do it. Up to half forward, North's gotten busy since getting back on the ground. He was ejected from the tap. And he's bitten off more than he can chew here. Free kick's going to go the way of Tallangatta across half back, gents.
Bit eager to make amends for his little tap earlier. Tallangatta now coming down the skinny wing. Red Thompson comes out, takes a great mark, looking around. Does he have options? Kane Parsons is leading up. He takes the option. Okay, Kane just put in those first quick little steps and got that space.
Parsons inside 50, Ciccone on the mark, and I tell you what, this is very close to the broadcast truck. I reckon we can almost speak to him as with a whisper, and he'll hear us.
Do an interview with him, Scoot, on his way in.
There's an air of confidence about him.
Well, I'll tell you what, he'd have confidence after what he did last week, Scoot.
I think he's just gone back. He's the owners of the supermarket that the canteen are relying on right now.
He's got to go and work in the deli at half time. Ciccone, right foot.
What a goal!
Yes! He loves it!
Right in front of the commentary box. What a goal.
Joe Ciccone kicks a Bill Tilley goal today. That's through the big ones, and Tallangatta respond on TDFL Live.
I reckon that was for us, boys.
He loved that one.
So that one's for you, Gussie boy.
We didn't need the effects, Mike. He grabbed mine.
Gee, he just split the middle. That never looked like missing.
Oh, how good is that? And the celebration was fitting as well. He let us know all about it. Tallangatta hit the front by 3 points on TDFL Live thanks to the Laguna Country Club.
That was a ripper, Goof.
That was a ripper.
Absolute ball biter.
Great game, great crowd too, boys. And that's what I was talking to Jared Stevenson just before. Yak have had a great crowd. Waguna have had a great crowd, and the Saints are reporting a pretty good crowd as well, boys. So everyone wants to be watching TDFL footy on a Saturday night.
Absolutely. As Tallangatta win the stoppage, bring it in. 1-2 step, 2 in a row for Tallangatta, 2 in a minute. And
Kernoff.
Gee, he had a little bit of terror about him then. 3 little quick steps left and a nice right foot goal.
Good finish.
Great
Excellent
finish. I don't think there's been more than a kick in this game since the start. No one's been out. I might be putting the Moz on here, but it has been within 10 points, 8 points since the start.
Some real clear centre clearances from the centre of the ground, and that gave the forwards plenty of opportunity and plenty of space to work in, and that was a classy finish. That was a really good finish.
That was great.
It's a game high lead for Tallangatta. They moved to 5-4-30 for Mitta 4-1-25, and Mitta have looked their worst since they've got the extra player back on the ground.
Agreed. Quickly needs
figure.
to get his hands back on the footy as he does now. He comes out the back. Is that a push? Yep. Joey Bolton will get it at half-back.
Smoke.
At Tallangatta. Smoke. Or no smoke.
No smoke.
Oh, clean air as he brings the ball forward in a dangerous position. And Tallangatta backline stands up.
That does. We've got a free. Actually,
Oh, no.
It might be a free kick here to North, who's got the ball 50 from home, and he's kicking to the high school ends. Beautiful conditions. I reckon he's going to back himself in, Scooter.
Can he atones with the foot
Yes.
for what he did with the hand?
He arcs around on the left boot, set sail from downtown. He gave it a bit too much, and he kicks it wide for a minor score. So the 90-minute Mountain Men move to 4-2. Tallangatta 5-4, thanks to the Laguna Country Club. Scooter Fraser.
Around the grounds, boys, at the Robbie Jackson Oval, formerly known as Les Cheesley. Dettering have jumped out of the blocks 2-1-13 to the Saints 0.
Mark Armand Cup tonight. Scott Montgomery, who's the assistant coach and did a stint at both of those clubs, said it's the Scott Montgomery Cup. So, nonetheless, a good game of footy. Are they playing for, the name of the shield escapes me, but I reckon is it the men's mental health round today?
Yeah, I think the Black Dog. That's
Yeah.
normally...
That's a good mark.
Yep.
Wow.
Bill Tilley mark of the day too, right on cue from Declan Kernoff, who was the best on ground for Tallangatta against the Saints. In round 1, inside 50, nice mark. Mitta stand up, chipping the ball, finding its way to Jesse Kennett.
We're getting late in this second quarter. The boys all look a little bit puffed, a little bit worn out. Who can keep their act together?
Time will tell. Heading towards time on, 25 minutes gone as Tallangatta get a shallow entry. Will it stay inside the field of play? Nope. Out of bounds on the full. They've got a great seat and view of that one here on the Peter Bowen Homes live stream. It's a free kick to Mitta. Scoot, I was just going to say, for the Commercial Club and McRae Motors, Mitta really can't afford to not let a goal come through here.
No, that's right. They need to get it down there and score and not let Tallangatta hear. Jeez, it's tight.
Dangerous kick inboard, spills the way of Tallangatta and Kimball, who kicks inside 50. Going back courageously was Wilson. He left it behind. Stefani, good hands, snapping on goal. Fraser kicks a Bill Tilley goal today. And Tallangatta have kicked 3 quick goals on the bounce to extend the lead here on TDFL Live to, what's that, 40 playing 26 now on the Commercial Club scoreboard.
this more mature, experienced Tallangatta outfit is just holding their composure a little bit more together. It looks like they're also doing a full press, so they were pressing right up. The last Tallangatta player is sitting at halfback, so they're really putting the heat and putting the pressure on Mitta as they're bringing that ball out of their back line.
Yeah, terrible drop mark there on the chest by Wilson. That should have been a mark, and they should be clearing it out.
40 plays 26 here on TDFL Live, thanks to Thaguna Country Club, where members enjoy $14 meals in the bistro every evening. Tallangatta come inside 50 once again. Whistle. Is it a downfield? No, it's going to go the way of Mitta. And a free kick to the Mountain Men. The umpire said, come back on your line. Bring the footy back. And this is good, Matty Sider here for Tallangatta. They can set up behind the ball here.
None of the players know who the free kick was for.
It's a sign of a good decision.
Just a quick stat there for you, boys. Since Mitta had the first 5 inside 50s, Tallangatta have dominated with 13 of their own to Mitta's 5. So the dominance in the second half of this quarter has been Tallangatta's, and the scoreboard's starting to respond that as well.
Tallangatta's structure looks really set up. They look like they're going to be able to repel a lot coming out from Mitta's back line.
Well, it's a nice kick to centre half back. Flying high, but dropping the mark was Ollie Bruce for the Mountain Men. Now we get busy through the corridor. It's a grubber kick and a kick to grass. Mitta get a shallow entry, but the siren sounds for half-time here at the bunkhouse. And the Mighty Mitta Mountain Men, after leading in the early stages of the second term, find themselves trailing at half-time. The score at half-time sees Tallangatta 6-4-40 to the Mighty Mitta Mountain Men 4-2-26. We'll take a break here on TDFL Live. Thanks to McRae Motors and the Commercial Club in Albury. The halftime show coming your way on the other side of the break. It's TDFL Live, and on TDFL Live, you won't miss a thing.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoisin machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and Norm Engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 chanty.
Chanty. That's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
On 1494 2AY.
Welcome back to the Bug House, Rowan Park in Tallangatta, where the halftime score sees Tallangatta in front. 6-4-40 to Mitta, 4-2-26. The opening stages of that second term here on the halftime show for Thagoona Country Club, Bob Jackson. I thought Mitta were the best side by a mile, but then Tallangatta just straightened themselves up at around about the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, the stats sort of back that comment up. Gussie boy, the Mitta had the first 5 inside 50s early in that quarter, and they were all repelled by Gooseman, and they had five intercept marks, and then the second half of that quarter, you know, Tallangatta had the 13 entries themselves, and Mitta just had the 5 for that second half of that quarter. So, yeah, the dominance that Mitta had in that first half of that quarter was not rewarded on the scoreboard, but Tallangatta worked their way back into the game, and you know, targets up forward like Parsons and the young fella, you know, in Fraser, and also Kernoff. They've got some real big boppers in that forward 50 that Tallangatta can, you know, really cause some damage in the second half if the midfield the mid and midfield don't get accountable. So the stage is set for a good second half, but both sides will be sitting in the change rooms thinking, gee, what can we tidy up?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing that the Mighty Mitta Mountain Men will look to tighten up is the way they get the ball inside 50. Yes. When Tallangatta go inside 50, yes, we know they've got the big presence in Kane Parsons, who looks to be like a fine bottle of wine. He's getting better with age. But when Mitta go inside 50, they're kicking it on top of Lincoln Reed's head, who's not a aerobic, strong type of key forward. He's a runner. He needs the ball in space, where I think the way Tallangatta Matt's side are getting the ball inside 50 has a lot more poise.
Yeah,
it didn't help when Finn North was off for 15 minutes either.
That's right. But that forward entry work has got to be better by both sides. Yeah. But Tallangatta are entering a better. Yes, they've got a better target in Kane Parsons down there, but the game, the first 2 quarters, it's been swings of momentum. So both sides have had control of the footy for long periods of time, and it's. Luckily then for Tallangatta, they just capitalised on that 6 or 7, 8 minutes they had at the end of that quarter. So evenly matched, both sides are having a crack. There's lots of energy and effort out there. It's just when they've got momentum, they've got to capitalise, use the footy well, stick to their structure, set up well, and not be overawed by a close game. And like the 14 points that we've got now is the largest margin in the game, but 4 minutes to the end of that quarter, it was within 8 points for 60 minutes.
Here on the halftime show, thanks to Bill Tilley, your local member for Benambra. It's Gus McLeod, Matt Sider and Bob Jackson with you. Scooter Fraser not too far away. Bobby J, some of your thoughts on the second term? Obviously, we missed you in the first quarter.
Yeah, no, I listened to it / watched it on the way.
You just listened.
My driver was driving, so
yeah. Well played. Yep.
You boys have nailed it. It's been a bit of an arm wrestle to a certain degree, and both sides are trying to fill each other out and trying to get control. And Goof nailed it there. Like, you know, the Mitta had control that first little bit, and then Tallangatta have worked their way. I think they got a bit more midfield strength and control the ball on the way out. Goof mentioned in that second quarter they're setting up behind the ball beautifully defensive-wise, so that controls the ball coming out, and then they're under pressure kicking the ball inside 50. Therefore, you know, the entries for Mitta are high quality. So defensively, Tallangatta look pretty good, Goof. They look like they've set up pretty well.
They do. Brody Wyndham back there, he's been a bit of a general. My man, he is my man now, absolutely. But he's been a rock down there, but he's well supported by that other back six. And they're using the footy smart coming out and just look like competitive beasts down there. Once it hits the ground, if they don't mark it, which there has been a lot of drop marks from both sides, they're mopping it up pretty quick and getting it out. And there's nothing worse as a midfielder is when you win the footy, you get it forward, and it comes out quicker than it went in, and then you have to fly back the other way. It's really frustrating. It just empties your tank. So, yeah, I think in saying that, Mitta's forward line probably need half forwards, forward pockets, probably need a little bit work harder to get some tackles in there, hold footy in there for longer periods of the game, so that gives that midfielders a rest and more opportunity for goal.
But that's the thing, Goof. The ball's not hitting the ground because your man's taking 4 intercept marks by himself. So
that's right.
The ball's actually not getting to the ground. So with Finn North back in there, maybe he might be able to form a contested mark, and bring the ball to ground and at least give those guys on the ground a chance.
And that's got to be what Bopac is saying to the players. Let's make it different now, because what we've seen in the first half isn't necessarily working. They've got some opportune goals from their key players in Gibbs and Kennett. Their midfielders popping up doing midfielder things, but their forward line's yet to fire. So that's the real challenge for Mitta coming out after half time. Is their back line is standing up pretty well, bar a 10-minute lapse. Their midfield, I think, is probably on top. I reckon the Mountain Men are getting on top in the engine room, and now their forward have got to come to the party, because if they can do that, I reckon they're kicking to the scoring end, the town end. If they can build some momentum and have a bit of a buffer coming into three-quarter time, I reckon they're going to find themselves in a winning position, Mitta.
Yeah, look, and I do look like when they have the footy, they've got a bit more energy, a bit more run, a bit better spread. So they're getting away from the contest a lot quicker than Tallangatta too. So if they can get on top, get that momentum, use the footy okay, deliver it well, or not even well, none of that well, just better than what they're doing now, they might be able to kick a couple of goals and get they're not out of this game, but get right back in the game.
Well, a couple of your long sleeve bandits in Kennett and Gibbs, they're getting plenty of touches. They've had 13 and 14 touches to half time between them. So you're right, they're getting the ball and they're spreading. A lot of those touches are on the outside, and actually Gibbs is, both those guys getting shots on goal. So you've absolutely nailed it. So they've just got to get better, not
better.
Yeah.
Not better, better. Not perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Progress over perfection, lads. Let's just do a little bit better.
What did you just say? I'm going to have to write that down.
Yeah, it's my wife says it all the time, and I just copied it.
Bobby Joe got that tattooed next week. Progress over perfection. Hey, around the grounds to Bill Tilley. Wodonga Bulldogs have beaten the Raiders in the other Anzac Day game. 45 points. The Raiders 4-10-34 to the Bulldogs 11-13-79. Albury were too good for North Albury by 24 points. And the Duns Twin City Cranes TDFL. Some other around the ground scores. As we've said throughout the broadcast, the Goona by 72 points over Waganya. Game on at Butson Park between Yakandanda and Beechworth. Yakandanda 65, Beechworth 55. That one is into the third term there. So that's an absolute barn burner between those two sides. Yakandanda were heavy favourites coming into that, and scores are only separated by 2 points. Dennerang Mount Beauty lead 2-3-15 to Wodonga Saints 2-1-13. So in terms of getting some decent scores kicked, I reckon we're probably at the best of the lot so far.
Yeah, that scoreline surprises me a little bit with that Yak Beechworth one, with Yak being at home. I know they're missing Leach, but the way that I've heard their off-season went with the amount of work they've put in, how they structure up. Who's your man that keeps getting best on ground?
Malachi Owers.
Yeah, Malachi Owers. That's a great name to call, too.
Great name, former Myrtleford man.
Waitai Tua.
Yep.
Yeah, Whiteside Tour, the best name in football.
Yeah, so I would have had down that Yak would be a bit more comfortably in front of that one, for sure. After seeing Beechworth last week up there, they were okay at times against a pretty strong Kira outfit, but
it looks like a bit of a shootout there. 20 shots on goal to 15, so it looks like they're peppering the goals, and it looks like a really good game of footy there.
It's an absolute ripper. Righto, gents, what's the final message for these two sides as we get ready for the second half here on TDFL Live?
Well, I'll do Mitta. Better entries inside 50. Stating the obvious. Now Finn North's back on the ground. Hopefully they can get a bit more of a structure forward of the footy and get better bang for their buck inside 50.
Yeah, and for Tallangatta, it's probably just using that last 8 minutes of that quarter as the inspiration and the motivation is when they structured well, they lowered their eyes, delivered the footy well, kicked deeper into the forward line, and with just a lot calmer and cooler, That's what they need to do for the next 2 quarters. And probably with a bit more experience and maturity on their side, if they can do that, a younger Mitta outfit might just drop away too.
We'll take a break here on TDFL Live. Thanks to McRae Motors and the Commercial Club in Albury. On the other side of the break, the second half between Tallangatta and Mitta. The Hoppers, they're currently in front 40-26 here on TDFL Live, where you won't miss a thing.
The possibilities are endless with Peterbowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peterbowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest-serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoisin machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and norm engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years. From Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peterbowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peterbowen Homes.
Welcome back to TDFL Live here at Rowan Park in Tallangatta. Gus McLeod You might cross down to Scooter Fraser. Oh, no, sorry, he's got a mouth.
No, go to
We got him.
Get that in your face there.
We got you, Scoot.
Yeah. That was a cos lettuce.
Oh, dearie me. Bougie lettuce.
He's your bougie.
Do that to me. I was taking one for the team to see what the canteen was like.
We've got to give him one of the good old-fashioned stitch up here.
Having
On
a good memory, Gus.
TDFL Live. Oh, no, you'll get me back. Don't you worry about that. Ball's back in the middle of the ground. And we need you two gentlemen, Bob Jackson and Matt Sider, to see if the coaches have made any changes with their positional side of things here after the main break as we're back in the middle. Quigley won the tap down for Mitta. Breaking through is Kennett. That should be holding the ball. Free kick to Tallangatta.
It looks status quo at this stage. It looks as Tallangatta come in, forward 50 to Kane Parsons. Tried and tested delivery method, and it results in a great mark by Kane. He's missed the last two, left and then right. I got to put the moz on him and back him in on this one.
Oh, Goof. You're going to learn, mate, on debut. You got to learn. You got to be very confident with the call as a commentator.
I'm confident. I don't see this man missing 3 in a row.
Well, you can call this one through because I don't want anything to do with this for Kane Parsons.
As Kane comes in, it's a long way out. There's a little skip. Looks good off the boot. And it is a 1 point. It is a behind. And that might be my last moz, my last pick.
Keep backing yourself in, McGoof. You've never taken a short step in your life, mate. Never.
If it goes past those one, mate, that'll be the last time you call, I reckon.
I like Paso. I get along with him really well. I hope he doesn't hear this, but
So a minor score goes the way of Tallangatta. And now Mitta bring it out to the scoreboard side. 41 plays 26. The Tallangatta Football Club in front. Ball's in the hands of Slim Shady, Peter Cooper. For the mighty Mitta Mountain men, who kicks long down the scoreboard side here at Rowan Park in Tallangatta, spills out the back. The Bushies have numbers. They retreat, working hard here. Really hard is Farrelly, who wants to find a kicking option. He scrambles, now goes via hands. Tallangatta retreats. Ball comes back to Ethan Kimball, who spent last year at Broken Hill. You can see why he's
dangerous.
Come back to this part of the world, much greener pastures, and mark has been taken.
It just looked like as Mitta bring the footy in there, that all their forwards pushed up and led into the same part of the ground. All their 6 forwards were higher than 50, and it made congestion. There was no spread. You're not spreading the defence at all. Makes it really easy for the Tallangatta defenders to defend when they're all running together like a bunch of grapes.
So we've got a free kick here, a bunch of grapes.
Like a bunch of grapes.
That's a Jack Russell one.
Matt Sider.
Oh, that...
Thanks to Jappo Donks here on TDFL Live, third term All-Redonga MG. Shout out to Mimo on the team. White sitting under the hole here, brings it front and centre. Cooper, he has a crack as well. Well done for the mighty Mitta Mountain men. Ball in dispute on centre wing. Whistle for a high.
Fend-off.
And I think it's going to go the way of Tallangatta. So I must admit, I didn't see that one. But
that was a high fend-off. He just grazed his cheek there, and then the umpires called it. Tallangatta were pretty lucky to have the footy in their hand.
Saccone, handballs in towards the middle of the ground. Nice little give and go. Working hard is Tremonti. Left it behind. Whistle. It's going to be a free kick or a stoppage.
Legged him.
A free kick for a trip. Welcome back, Scooter Fraser. We'll get a canteen report from you shortly. As Mitta kick inside, forward 50. Read the target. Flies. Brought it to ground level. Gibbs tracking it in towards the goal square. Now the Tallangatta boys just want to get it out of bounds. Right in front of our broadcast position for a boundary throw in.
Gee, that's better from the Mitta forwards and the Mitta forward line. Just bring the ball to ground and give them a second chance instead of it coming out so quickly.
Boundary throw in comes back into play. Infringement in the ruck. Which way is
Mitta.
it going to go? Lincoln Reid. Talk us through that, Scooter.
Yeah, just a little hold by Wyndham on the back of Reid in the ruck contest there. Umpire Patterson spotted it.
I wasn't there.
Ruckman.
Lincoln Reid, who kicked 22 goals as a centre-half forward last year for Mitta. This will be his first shot on the sticks for the day.
He's got the brightest boots on the ground.
They're called the vote catchers.
They are the vote catchers. He's better kick this.
Reid looking for the 5th goal for Mitta. 40 metres out, Town end. Lincoln Reid makes good connection, and he's pushed it across. It's a minor score for Mitta. They move to 4-3, Tallangatta 6-5, thanks to All-Redonga MG, Bob Jackson.
I've got a question for Goof. He's taken advice from his wife where progress is perfection, and then you take in from the other end of the scale, from Jack Russell, something about grapes.
Yeah.
Mate, you're either end of the spectrum.
I need a wide breadth of
You've gone
advice.
wide.
Yeah,
You've gone wide, mate.
Very wide.
Tallangatta want to hug the scoreboard side of the ground. And Jeremy Henderson, the former Yarrawonga Pigeon, marks and kicks down the line.
ET came from Mitta, just came over the back there with a great fist. Oh, he's giving away the free. I don't think that was there.
Riley Brock, the recipient for Tallangatta, and they want to go inboard. Oh, well done in the long sleeves. Flying across was Gibbs. White high up and under with the handball, wasn't his best. Now Gibbs, hands on the footy. Up towards half forward, North on a surging lead for Mitta. He's got Reed one out if he can get it to him, but he went with his back towards the goal. So now North plays on from downtown. Reed with good hands. Bill Tilley, player of the day, and Lincoln Reed shouldn't miss from here, boys.
Geez, great attack by Taj White in the middle of the ground there, boys. He's probably the smallest on the ground, straight up out of their thirds last year. And Finn North, that beautiful left foot, and Reed kept going to the goal square.
Gee, when Mitta just attack from that half back and just use the foot skills and pace and take the chance, roll the dice and deliver it well, they look really good. So it looks like Mitta and finally capitalising on some momentum.
Margins back to 8 points thanks to Albury-Wodonga MG. With an MGenius and a financial year sale is now on. Visit albury-wodongamg.com.au. Bob Jackson.
That's 3 inside 50s early doors for Mitta United in this third quarter. And you're exactly right. You asked for that at half-time, Goof, and you've got it. The better quality inside 50, and they look dangerous. Finn North on the lead. Reed also deep. They've got a real power, potent forward line here at the moment in the Mitta Mighty Men.
And we spoke about it at half-time. We need better entry to the Mitta forwards, and they're right on cue. They're standing up.
And that was the first time I think Tallangatta's defence was under rebound pressure, proper rebound pressure. So they were going back, the hand out, searching for their man.
And here's Kennett right on cue. Got it down from Quigley inside 50. Oh, big block there on Reed. Spills out the back. North's dangerous. Gets it on the left boot. He just struck the wrong part of the Sharon. Out of bounds on the full.
I think he turned his back then. There was a few options coming the other way. If I was a small forward or half forward, I'd be having a quiet word.
You were small forward, when you were 6 or 7?
I was never small anything. But
So Tallangatta want to bring it back into play. Scoreboard side of the ground. Go the Bushies. Oh, great attack on the football coming through was Brock. Umpire says no prior opportunity. Will ball the footy up. 7 minutes gone on the Jappo Donks time clock. And a goal in the opening term, the way of the mighty Mitta Mountain men. 33-41. Tallangatta are in front here on TDFL Live. Nighttime footy on Anzac Day, where we hope you're enjoying the coverage. And a high free kick is going to go the way of Mitta, and it's in the hands of Peter Cooper.
Bo Packer would be pretty happy with his young wards at the moment as they kick inside 50. Oh.
Your man, he's everywhere. Wyndham, Crumming, White. Is it a snap-on goal? It's a miss. I tell you what, he is looking evasive, Taj White, Scooter Fraser. You mentioned he's straight out of the thirds program too.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Bo Packer's young chargers. They just need to do what Taj did there, take it on, have a snap, but unfortunately missed.
Clearing defensive lines is Henderson. I reckon Tallangatta would be yet to get the ball into their attacking half of the ground so far in the opening stages of the third term, thanks to Albury-Wodonga MG.
This is the scoring end of the ground too. This is where
all the action.
Yeah, about 8 out of the 11 goals have been kicked. So if Mitta can just keep this momentum, they've got a lot more energy too. They're moving faster through the packs. They're moving quicker away from contest. Tallangatta look a bit flat-footed at the minute.
Yeah, since Kane Parsons had that shot at goal, I don't think it's been back that way.
Pushing the back free kick, and Mitta are the recipients. They get it inside 50. Reads the target, but standing in the hole is Bo Nicklin. And he chops out, and Bobby J, have you spoken to Bo Nicklin yet? No, he doesn't want to know who Bobby J is.
He knows.
He knows, and he plays cricket for Tallangatta. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
He doesn't want to know that Bobby J's on the call, be having nightmares. As Tallangatta get the ball inside forward 50, out of bounds on the full. I think boundary umpire is taking a little while to blow the whistle. I reckon we're going to have a boundary. No, we're not. It's going to be out of bounds on the full, and Mitta bring it back into play. And Kennett marks for Mitta at centre half back, attacks the clubroom side. Big fist from Jeremy Henderson. It spills out of bounds for a boundary throw in right in front of the canteen here at the Bug House.
Kennett's brought his own footy in this third quarter. He's had 4 early touches in his third quarter, and he's really got the work. And off the back of what Goof was saying, the midfield needs to get cracking. Him and Gibbs have had plenty of touches. They've had 7 between them.
Yeah, he's their leader, Kennett. who was interleague last year. He uses the footy quite well, and he's tough. Like, he's put some time into it by the Tallangatta League players, and he's responding well.
Daly long down the line for Tallangatta. Shallow entry for the home side as O'Connell plays on, kicking across the face. Probably the best outcome if they can get it out of bounds here for a boundary throw-in. Scooter. Just wasn't the best entry from Benny Hewitt and Dan O'Connell linking up.
Trying to work out why he kicked it that far across goal. He should have just put it up to the top of the square. There's a few blokes there. But it'll be thrown in about 15 out from their goal, so better position than having a point.
Parsons to do battle on the ruck with McFarland's, and I think the umpire will say...
That's a free kick to the ruckman? No, to Parsons, is it?
It's a free kick to Kane Parsons, who was the ruckman there, and I could not tell you what for.
For holding the man.
Who knows with that ruck stuff, really, honestly. It's an absolute raffle.
Look, it is. It is. It depends on which umpire you get. Which way they
in every
understand.
level.
Every level. Yeah.
Now, we're going to ask everyone except Matt Sider for a thought on Kane Parsons' shot on goal.
Come on, Goof.
What do you reckon, Scott?
Goal.
Scoot saying a goal. Here's Paso to the high school end, 35 metres out.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. He's missed. He's taken his tally to 2 goals, 5 for the evening. And if this keeps continuing, Matt Sider will be evicted from the call team. He was giving us the silent goal salute up here in the box, or at least that's what I thought the signal was from Matty Sider.
Yes.
There'll be salutes from Paso if he misses another one.
That's right.
A minor score, Tallangatta 42, Mitta 34 here on TDFL Live for the Commercial Club. And McRae Motors as the ball comes out to the clubroom side. Big contest forms, spills out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Look, he's doing everything down there, Kane, too. He's getting the footy across the half forward. He's entering it well. He's getting all the opportunity there. Clearly taking a lot of attention from the Mitta defenders. Just finish your work, mate.
We'll get a canteen update at the next stoppage from Scooter Fraser. I can see the president's hooking into a meal deal.
That'd be his second meal deal. Is
Yeah,
this second lunch, dinner?
He cleaned out the popcorn chicken, I'm led to believe. Jared Stevenson. And we'll get a stoppage. Scooter Fraser, boundary side for Albridonga MG.
Yeah, look, I've done a bit of research there. The pies, nice. I'll give them about an 8 out of 10. The chicken subs, look, imitation's the highest form of flattery. Look, they tried, but it's no yak and dander tender or chicken sub. And the steak sandwich that you can see Jared Stevenson hoeing into, build your own, boys. They'll give you the steak and the bread, and you go and put the rest of it in.
Well, I'll have on with a lot. If anyone's tuning in, you can bring it up to the ready-to-hire broadcast box.
Yeah, I might have to get into that. Give me a length, I'll take a mile. Like, yeah.
So we got a free kick here. A bit of football action in the meantime, and I reckon it's Ciccone who's got Sharon in hand. It is the man who kicked out Bill Tilly goal, but a contender in on the second term, gents. Has he got the leg from here, Scoot? Is he kicking from 50?
I'm not backing him out. After what I saw in the first quarter, I'm not backing him out.
I'm not going to answer.
He's our man.
So he's kicking from the netball court pocket to the high school end. Joe Ciccone playing game number 199 today for Tallangatta. Right foot kick. Misses to the near side. It's a minor score for Joe. And Tallangatta, they move to 6-7. The mighty Mitta Mountain Men 5-4 on TDFL Live.
And again, in this game, this momentum is just swapped. It's Mitta for the first 10 minutes. Now it's Tallangatta look in charge as Mitta bring it out with a good mark by Joe Bolton on the wing.
Smoke.
Now, are you going
Fresh
to
air.
come clean that it's not your mate?
It's not. I said it before. It is not Joey Bolton, but every now and then Smoke has a bald head, and his name's Joseph Bolton.
There you go.
Yeah.
We got 2 Joey Boltons.
And he played at Mitta last year.
He did. I believe he spent a bit of time in the Upper Murray too.
Yep.
Did Joey Bolton. Third term for Albridonga MG. We've got a ball up on true centre wing, scoreboard side. Temperature starting to drop rapidly out here at the bunkhouse in Tallangatta. And we'll have another boundary throw. We'll get some Bob Jackson stats thanks to Albridonga MG.
Yeah, to back up what Goof was saying there in regards to the momentum, both sides had 5 inside 50s each. You know, Mitta had the dominance early in that quarter, and in the second half of this quarter, the Tallangatta guys, Tallangatta team have got their fair share of entries as well. Just not giving us a result on the scoreboard.
Daly's getting on top for Tallangatta in the ruck. We'll get Scooter Fraser to watch that and maybe give us an update on Quigley and what he's doing. E.T. for Mitta on hands and knees. Bolton trying to apply a big tackle there on Hewitt. Umpires put the whistle away. Now the ball's in dispute. We've got a whistle, and it's a free kick, and I think it's going to go the way of Mitta and Lincoln Reid on centre wing. So Reid's up the ground. He must be in the ruck, Scoot.
Yeah, Quigley's come down to the forward line and Reed's gone into the ruck.
Do you think that would be, is that the change from the swinging momentum when Quigley's left that ruck, who was getting his hands on it quite early, Scoot? What do you reckon?
I reckon you're right, mate. Spot on.
Yeah.
So they might be needing to get Quigley back involved, is what our experts are saying here on TDFL Live, thanks to Aubrey Wodonga MG. Up to half forward. Mark has been taken for Mitta. They go inside 50 via Gibbs. Spills at the back of the contest. Where's the Crummers? White does his best to keep it alive. North on the left, snapping and missing. Oh, Finn North was off to the races. He thought he kicked it. He thought he kicked it. It's a minor score. Mitta, they just need to turn these opportunities into scoring chances, Scooter, because they're kicking to the scoring end.
Yeah, exactly. And the amount of ball they had in the first 10 minutes, they deserve a little bit more on the scoreboard.
So
our man smokes right in front of us. Is this your smoke or no smoke?
It's no smoke, but it looks like my other smoke. Yeah.
Make of that what you will for the commercial club in Albury. At fullback, Tallangatta. Any danger of bringing it out to the clubroom side, boys? They keep going scoreboard side, the far side. It's no good for us in the broadcast team as Lockie Ryan marks for Tallangatta, who kicks long down the line. E.T. standing up for Mitta on the wing, Scoot. He's your man, and he's getting busy on that far side.
Yeah, he's pretty hot, boys. He's fit and he's firing. Unlike the weather, officially 13.3 degrees.
We got a feels like temperature?
It actually was 13.8, but feels like 13.3.
I'd say it's colder than that. We don't have any steak hangers up here keeping us warm, boys. At half forward, here's Tallangatta's opportunity to go inside 50 to Parsons. Good mark.
Gee whiz, that's a good mark.
Went back with courage, boys, and he's going to have a set shot, another set shot, 30 metres out, slightest of angles to the high school end.
Come on, Goof.
I back him. I'm backing him again. He's got to. He's doing all the hard work. He is a great kicker of the footy. He's their only option at the minute, as it would seem. Come on, mate. Kick this goal.
There's an Uber waiting at the gate for you, mate. If he doesn't get through.
His poor kicking's probably kept Mitta in the game here, I reckon, gents.
You'll be as disliked as much as Robbie around Tallangatta Goose if he misses this.
Here comes Parsons, right foot kick.
Oh.
He's kicked it.
Left, he's got it through.
Yes. Good.
After kicking 4 behinds on the bounce, Kane Parsons steers through his third. And Tallangatta have kicked their 7th here on TDFL Live for McRae Motors in the Commercial Club, Aubrey.
You're a little bit nervous there, Goof.
Oh, but one drop starts a waterfall. Like, let's go.
Please.
Boundary side, Scooter Fraser.
That has to be your missus.
Some relief down at ground level for Richard Lamb and the boys on the Tallangatta bench. They're just that stretch. I think this is the biggest lead of the game.
One drop causes a waterfall.
One
Gus.
drop starts a waterfall.
I'll
Here
tell
we
you
go.
what, we can make some serious money selling T-shirts with quotes from Matt Sider on TDFL Live. He's doing some great work for Aubrey Wodonga MG and ready to hire in the middle of the ground. Tremonti's kick was smothered for Tallangatta. Now the ball's in dispute, slippery football. Stone getting busy at ground level on the edge of the centre square. Umpire needs to blow the whistle, but it's just pinballing around. Hacked forward once again by Tremonti. Gains about 15 metres for Tallangatta. Now the ball's in dispute. Lurking is Kennett. Left it behind, and Tallangatta, well, they might be able to pump here, but they're dropping an easy mark was Cooper Grantham. Spills now for Gibbs. Gibbs for the mountain man inside 50. Reed on the lead, slippery hands. Good work from Wyndham. Stands up on the last line of defence for Tallangatta. They want to try and get out of bounds with Hewitt, but the ball stays inside the field of play. Head over the football from two respective sides, going hard at it. Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in on centre wing.
This is desperate footy from both sides. Everyone is having a crack. It is good to see.
So a boundary throw-in, and Tallangatta prevail from the contest. E.T. for the mighty Mitta Mountain Men stands up on centre wing. Hewitt applying a strong tackle. So too did Stone. Was it a legal one? Umpire said,
give it to me.
Yes, it was. We'll go Scooter Fraser, thanks to Aubrey Wodonga MG. What's happening at ground level?
Looked like Jesse Kennett was putting a bit of mayo on that one to get a bit one high, but Ginnivan again.
Quigley
Good
starting
call
to
by the
assert
umpire.
some dominance here. Got it onto Gibbs. They hugged the boundary line. It's going to be another repeat stoppage here after 19 minutes for Japo Donks.
It just seems that Gibbs and Kennett are the only two guys in the midfield that are getting forward momentum for Mitta. They need to get a few more blokes as we go again.
Quigley won the tap. In fact, he took it his own advantage. Handball was quite offline. We'll have another stoppage once again. We'll get some stats thanks to McRae Motors and Bob Jackson.
Yeah, as I said, Kennett and Gibbs have had the 5 touches each from Mitta, but on the other side, Benny Hewitt really got to work as well. He's had the 6 touches this quarter for the Tallangatta Hoppers.
Ruck raffle. Quigley's going to win the free kick. 70 from home. Handball to Gibbs immediately, who kicks into the pocket, reads the target on the lead. Good hands on the second bite from Lincoln Reid, who marks out in front, right in front of the ready-to-hire commentary box. And I tell you what, this is a big kick for Reid.
Have a shot, son. Joe Caccioni could do it.
Yes.
So we saw a goal from this exact spot in the second term. Lincoln Reid might be able to hear us. Just do what Joe did in the first term.
Richard Lamb's asked for the handball.
Here's Reid. From point-blank range to our commentary box, 40 metres out. Lincoln Reid
out in the full.
Strikes the fat side of the ball.
And it is out on the full, and didn't the Tallangatta bench let him know about it? His shoulders has dropped.
Out of bounds on the full for Lincoln Reid. I thought it was a good grab for Bill Tilley, but the execution on the kick wasn't the best, Scooter Fraser.
No, not in the Ciccone pocket.
Kick down the line. This is nice. You can hear the Tallangatta supporters getting quite vocal as Wynnum kicks down the line for Tallangatta. It's a well-weighted kick, and the mark has been taken. Working his way up the ground here is Stone, who's been one of Tallangatta's best today. Put the Mozza on him straight away. His kick wasn't the best. Inboard Bruce for the mighty Mitta Mountain men. Feeds it backwards to Kennett, whose kick was smothered off the boot. Might work out okay for Mitta, but they've turned it over. ET's there. Free kick. It's going to go the way of Mitta. They need to get a goal here, the mighty Mitta Mountain men, and they need one quickly. North to target. Spills out the back. He was held. Umpires found a free kick, and he looked a little bit proppy there, Scooter Fraser, thanks to Albury Wodonga MG. Finn North.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get a bit of traction and get back because he knew the ball was going over the top, but just trying to see who it was that held him. Might have been Lockie Ryan.
Well, nonetheless, Finn North has probably got his biggest kick of the night here for Mitta, who currently read 5-5-35. They trail Tallangatta 7-7-49. Finn North, I've got him down for 2 goals, 1.
Would you call that a bag?
Well, if we only get about 14, 15 goals for the night, it could be. Here's Finn North, 40 metres out, town end, straight in front, left foot kick. It could be on the full again. Nah, Lincoln Reid got a fingertip on that, and we'll get a boundary throw in deep in the pocket for the Mountain men.
Hoping the mic, the boundary, or the effects mic can hear the boundary. The Tallangatta 2s are getting a bit vocal now, boys, in the pocket.
They certainly are. Tackled straight away.
It's time for the Mitta forwards to get to work here and get on the move. At the minute, they just look a little bit stagnant, flat-footed. Jesse Kennett's coming in. Here we go, they're on the move now.
Reid from the ruck contest took it. Now the ball spills out the back. Kennett's lurking. Tallangatta's back 6 stand up as they hunt the boundary line. Nice tackle applied on Gibbs, but breaking away. The Tallangatta players avoid a bit of a scare. Kicking down the line, O'Connell. He marked. Umpire said it was touched off the boot and play on. And now the umpire's called out of bounds. Scoot, you got a good view of that one. The umpire, was it a good call?
It looked like it was out of bounds, but it's a Tallangatta boundary umpire. You don't call your own team out of bounds.
Maybe he was a bit knackered. Wanted to slow the play down. It's going to go out of bounds once again here as Stone can't quite keep it in. Might be a ball up.
There is a marked difference when Quigley's in the ruck. Like the 5-6 minutes that he wasn't in the ruck is when Tallangatta are getting it forward. And he's just a presence in there at the minute. Let's see if his tank holds up to be able to run out most of the quarter. I'd be leaving him in there.
So would I. So it's been a fairly low-scoring second half here, or start of the second half for Albury Wodonga MG, and $6,000 cash back on the MG HS Super Hybrid available now at Albury Wodonga MG. As the ball's in front of our broadcast position, just spills towards the boundary. Van Hoof can't quite keep it in, so we go to Bob Jackson for a stats update. Thanks to the Commercial Club.
Yeah, Benny Hewitt's the one that's standing out for me for Tallangatta. He's really got to work around that stoppage, and he's counteracting Kennett and Gibbs from the Mitta side as well. So he's been very impressive tonight.
Daly won the tap, but Quigley got busy at ground level. Umpire calls for another stoppage. So it's repeat stoppage after repeat stoppage here, Scooter Fraser.
Yeah, Cody Van Hoof just really good body on body in there in that scrimmage.
He learnt that from Bob, I reckon.
What do you reckon, boys? This is congested footy. Like, there is so many numbers around there. There's no space to get out wide, to get free flowing. Are they going over defensive? Are they tired? What's happening around the footy?
Yeah, it looks like it's a little bit scrappy. Yeah, you're right, Goof. But is it the dew? You know, we'll go down to Scooter to see if there's any dew. But it just seems like it's a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment, and there's not much, kick into space. They'd rather keep it in tight. It's just they need to break the game open in some way, shape, or form.
Well, Tallangatta are going to go inside 50 now to try and break open this chain of events. It's in the hands of Brock, who was taken in a big gang tackle. And it must be this side of the ground, Scoot, the clubroom side, that seems to be quite congested. When it's on the open side, on the scoreboard side, it's looking to be a bit more dangerous. We'll go to you shortly for Albert-Ongar MG. Umpire throws the Sherrin aloft 40 metres out from Tallangatta goal. At the high school end, it spills out. Snapping on goal was Stone for Tallangatta. Kick was smothered off the boot. Ball's in dispute. Working hard here at Tallangatta to try and get the ball going their way, but ET's up to the challenge and he fed it to Gibbs. Gibbs couldn't quite gather cleanly. He took it out of bounds across half forward. And he's going to be a boundary throw-in.
A little bit of a scuffle down
Yeah,
there.
a little bit of argy-bargy here. Scooter Fraser.
Too far away for me to see, boys, but I can. Oh no, ET's just come out of it there. That ball's thrown in now.
Good umpiring from the men in green. I reckon they've been pretty solid today.
I haven't noticed them, so that's the start.
They got the tap and they got that call right.
I've noticed one.
Spills out the back of the contest here.
He's a big boy.
Into the hands of White, but he was dispossessed. Tallangatta high up and under via Adam Ciccone up the centre half forward. They want to beat a mark here. Tallangatta, gee, they feel a little bit hard done by. Spills out the back to Van Hoof for the mighty Mitta Mountain Men, and he kicks to Reed, who's got a paddock of space. The Sherrin sits for him now. 75 from home, centering ball turned over. Adam Ciccone chops out and takes a strong mark. Wants to attack the corridor now, and gee, I tell you what, Mitta had a big chance. Go a begging there, gents.
Yep. And I think going forward now, I think Stone's going to be that X factor. It needs to be that X factor for this Tallangatta forward line, just to give them something else as well. But they've got the loose men here. If they deliver this well.
Nicklin inside 50. Ciccone marks. Nice play from Tallangatta. That's the best they've shown us all quarter.
That was great rebound football. There's a turnover there at half-back. 3-4 kicks. And delivered properly into the forward line. The siren's just gone.
Temperature update. The weather's risen a degree and a half, boys. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
No. Nope.
Joseph Ciccone, one of two Ciccones playing, who's kicked 1 goal to this for Tallangatta's 8th after the three-quarter time siren. He started it wide and it stayed there. A minor score. So Tallangatta, they move to 7 goals, 8. The mighty Mitta Mountain Men, 5 goals, 5 here at the three-quarter time break. We'll take a break, our final break, and the ball's well and truly in the court of the mighty Mitta Mountain Men. Can they respond? They trail 50-35 at the final change here on TDFL Live for McRae Motors and the Commercial Club Albury, where you won't miss a thing.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest-serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla! For a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoice machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and norm engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years, from Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peterbowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peterbowen Homes.
To Rowan Park in Tallangatta, three-quarter time in our TDFL Live match of the day. Tallangatta leads 7-8-50 to the Mighty Mitta Mountain men 5-5-35. The final term about to come your way on 2AY and the live stream. Gus McLeod, Matt Sider, Bob Jackson and Scott Scooter Fraser are with you, the TDFL Live call team, and we'll go boundary side to Scooter Fraser to see what the coach had to say at the final change.
I've got to both huddles there, boys, and just walked out in the middle, and there is a bit of dew on the ground now, so if the ball gets to ground, it'll be a bit slippery. Richard Lamb, very, very vocal about the start for this quarter. He said we gave him that 5 to 8 minute break at the start of that third quarter and can't afford to do it again, so he's very much about the start and calling on his the older blokes. You older blokes with a bit of experience, let's get a start and get a score on the board. He actually pointed out that passage of play that we talked about too, just to do more of that. Bo Packer, on the other hand, just have a go, you young blokes, have a go and throw caution to the wind, and hopefully they get their heads up and they can kick a few goals.
Hey, Scoot, run your fingers across the turf. Is there any juice setting in here?
You must have missed what I said before, mate. I've got wet hands.
He was just giving some kids some friendly advice, weren't you there, Gus?
Well, it was PG, I thought.
You're always making friends, aren't you, Gus, wherever you go?
Give us your best stat on the McRae Motors stat sheet, Bobby J.
The obvious ones, Kennett and Gibbs have got 19 touches for the Mitta boys, and then on the other side we've got Benny Hewitt getting to work with 15 and also Fraser with 12.
Let's see if we can get a response from the Mighty Mitta Mountain men kicking away from the goal scoring end. The first clearance goes the way of Tallangatta and they get it up to half forward. Lurking around this ball is Schubert for the Mighty Mitta Mountain men. Now it spills out the back. Kennett was trying his best. Quigley fed the handball onto Gibbs for the Mighty Mitta Mountain men, and they get the ball on the boot up towards half forward. Overrunning the ball, a little bit too hot for Bolton. Spills out the back of the contest. Now Tallangatta regains some ascendancy. Wyndham, Big Brody, who's probably been one of Tallangatta's best today, Matty Sider's man. Handballing over the top when Archie Schubert for the Mountain men. Inboard looking for Quigley. He's been big. We need a big final term out of him. Handball the target into Archie Schubert, breaking away and kicking inside 50. Here come Mitta. Big contest forms. Working is Bolton, can't quite get there, out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
It looked like Lincoln Reid from Mitta, while he started deep in the other quarters. He worked really high up then, and then he was starting on a wing, and he's worked back and got an easy possession to get Mitta forward. That might be a bit of a change from Bo Packer.
So ball's in dispute at ground level. That is hacking in towards space, Mitta. Tallangatta back 6 under the pump. We've got a whistle. It's going to go the way of Mitta. Scooter Fraser, is it for a throw?
Yeah, just in the tackle, he tried to get rid of it, and it looked like he didn't get a fist onto it.
Ollie Bruce, the recipient. He could be very lucky here.
Against the flow in the non-scoring goal end.
Big kick.
Big kick.
Big kick for Mitta in the constitution of this game.
And that's just what this young Mitta side needs, is a goal now early in the quarter to know that they're still in it, that they're doing more than hanging on. They're right in this.
45-degree angle, 45 metres out. It's across the face. Handballed or spilt out towards the face of the goal, and it's across for a minor score. So Mitta moved to 5-6, 36 Tallangatta, 7-8, 50 on the Huon-Hill-Wodonga scoreboard. Back into play, bring the football out, do Tallangatta to the club room side. Mitta are trying everything they possibly can is to keep the ball going their way. Gibbs has been brilliant today. Handballs over the top for the Mountain men. Little give and go to Kennett. Needs to find a handballing target. Not many options. Bolton was there for him on hands and knees. Bolton's just tearing in here for the Mountain men. Head over the football and taking out of bounds now is Gibbs. Boundary throw in 50 metres out from Mitta goal.
Gee, Mitta just, I think, responding to Bo Packer's instructions to stay in it, stay hungry, stay hard, because they are coming.
Boundary throw-in, snapping on goal from the contest from Grantham, top of the goal square. Here's a chance for a soccer kick. Well done to Tallangatta's back 6. They stand up and clear defensive lines. Lockie Ryan kicks as far as he possibly can. ET's getting busy for Mitta. Went to kick it, pushed as he did so. Umpire said it was a tackle, and it's a free kick to Tallangatta across half-back. Talk us through that one, Matty Sider.
Gee, he was just 1 second. What have we got here, Scoot?
Bit of friendly fire by the looks of
Yeah,
Scoot.
Tremonti might have collected his teammate on the way through here, boys. And I've got the binoculars on. I'm just trying to work out who it is. Umpire's in the road.
I can't see Parsons.
I was going to say, I hope it's not Kane Parsons. I reckon you might be right. Scoot.
Bit of friendly
Just
fire
trying
there,
to
wasn't
get
there?
the umpire. I reckon it's... Yeah, I think it is Parsons, boys.
Screams of a corky, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it was either an impact injury or a corky.
You know, when everyone stops like that, it was clear that something's happened. Everyone just stopped mid-flow.
Actually, I don't...
Getting to his feet now.
Yeah, it is Parsons, boys.
Yeah,
And
left leg.
And he looks to be a little bit proppy, Scooter Fraser, for Albury-Wodonga MG.
He's right. It's still attached.
Well, he's a tough bugger, Kane Parsons. He's kicked 3 goals, 5 tonight. He's been Tallangatta's best for mine. And he's going to make his way off the ground. So could this be a big moment in the game? The most lively forward for Tallangatta is going to limp off the ground at only the 4th minute mark for Japo Donks.
Lammy will need to make some changes here to keep...
Right.
And
he's shaking it off. Parso's shaking it off.
Good.
Oh, Dermy-like.
He's a tough operator.
They get a kick now.
There he is.
He will. The ball goes in his direction, but they...
Was that a set play or what?
Well, he looks to be moving pretty well now, Parso. When the ball comes near him, a big thief.
We didn't have it.
Forward.
Yeah,
He's
he was
appealing
close.
for a free kick. Kennett says, hey, how's your knee feeling now, brother? Now the ball's in the hands of Hewitt. Up towards half forward. Oh, good work from Reed.
Oh.
Oh, it's a high free kick. Talk us through that one, Scooter Fraser.
Well, we're going to see a shot at goal from a bloke that was nearly taken off on a stretcher about 50 seconds ago. Hang on, 50 metres.
No. Oh, it is.
Jesse Kennett was, yeah, unfortunately Jesse Kennett got in a little bit of a verbal stoush with, who was it, Ethan Kimball, and umpire Patterson has overheard it.
They've reattached Parso's leg and he's going to have a shot from the goal square, Goof.
I don't know about that one. I think that 50 shouldn't have been paid, and that Parso have a shot from there because it was all danger stations, and then it's not. And then a minute later, he's having a shot from 10 minutes out.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to buy real estate off this umpire because he's only given about 35 metres here. So Kane Parsons will run around with the Boonana to the town end, called to play on, snapping, and I think he's missed.
Oh, no.
He's missed from point-blank range.
We blame his leg for that.
He's kicked 3 goals, 6, has Kane Parsons. 3 goals, 6, and he keeps Mitta in the game.
He keeps Mitta in the game. If he kicked any straighter, the game would be over. Mitta are hanging on by a thread. Let's see what they do here. I reckon they're going to defend out the far side. I think that's the clear instructions from Bo Packer. That's the best way to defend.
But they want to attack the corridor, and it's a dangerous-looking kick, but it could work out okay. In dispute, falls the way now of Joel Wilson into the corridor. Mitta, they're just trying to take the game on, which I do like to see. Van Hoof's lurking. Stefani now for Tallangatta. Head over the football. North has a crack. Umpire says we'll ball it up. What's happening on that stat sheet, Bobby J, thanks to Hugh on Hill?
Oh, nothing really standing at the moment, Gus. It's a bit of a stalemate in the middle of the ground. Yeah, we're just waiting for someone to get to work here.
That's code for, it's been a pretty scrappy start here to the fourth term.
Yeah,
7 minutes for Jappo Donks on the boot. Kennett, who's been one of the Mighty Mitta Mountain Men best today. Nice mark has been taken. Gibbs at half forward. Another one of Mountain Men's better players. Gets to 55, kicking inside 50. Surging lead is North. He marks 40 from home, tied up on the boundary line, but this is the right side for a left footer.
That's right, and they look so much better, lowering the eyes, looking for the option, and taking the chance when it comes. That was steady, that was smart play, and if Mitta can do more of that, they'll get back in this game.
Here's Finn North, snapping to the high school end, runs across, and he's missed. Bad kicking is bad footy, and both of these sides have struggled to take their chances in front of goal. Mitta moved to 5-7 here on TDFL Live, and Tallangatta a 7-9. Talk us through that, Matt Sider.
Mitta had the chance to intercept then. Tallangatta went short. They're going to go out on the far side of the ground. Now they're starting to pick apart the players a little bit. Mitta, with their attacking nature, are just not being able to get back quick enough to man up. But if the kick's average, you're going to get the footy back.
So a free kick for out of bounds on the full. And it's in the hands of the Mighty Mitta Mountain Men centre wing scoreboard side. 51 plays 37. Tallangatta lead this on TDFL Live. Thanks to Hugh on Hill. One of the better pubs in town. I'll be in there for a schooner tonight. Inside 50 goes Van Hoff, high up and under. Gibbs tracking it backwards. Well done, North. Paddled it to the goal line, but Tallangatta happy to see it through for a minor score. Another rush behind, gentlemen.
I just see Finley North being the X factor in this game. He's had everything go his way, not go his way, everything happened tonight. I just feel as though he's got one more little game to play here.
He does have that X factor feel about him. Hopefully gets his hands on the footy.
E.T. flew high for the Mountain Men across half back. Working hard is Kennett. Picked up the Sharon on the left boot. Inside 50, trying to find Gibbs. And the Mighty Mitta Mountain Men, Scoot, only look really dangerous when it's in the hands of Kennett, Gibbs and so forth. They need some other players to stand up, the boys in blue and white.
Yeah, it certainly is that reliance on those two. But like Jacko said, if Finn North can get a couple more shots at goal, Mitta can be right in this.
Dangerous ball. Gibbs, did he get taken high? Umpire says yes. Free kick to Mitta in a dangerous spot for Tommy Gibbs.
He's got to kick this one.
Just to support your Scooter just there, Gibbs and Kennett. Kennett's had the 24 touches, Gibbs had the 23, so they're the major ball winners for the Mitta team.
I've got him for 2 goals, Tom Gibbs, and if he kicks this one, the margin's back to a kick and a half. 51-38. The Mighty Mitta Mountain Men need this from Tom Gibbs. Tied up in the boundary line. He'll kick from 10 metres inside the field of play, a 25-metre kick. Gibbs, can he steer it through? No. He can't. I reckon it's hit the post, gentlemen. Yeah, it's hit the post. Minor score for Tom Gibbs.
These are coach killers. So there's more points than goals, and they're not rushed. These are set shots. This is stuff. First thing I'd be doing on Tuesday night is getting them in front of goals. There's too many missed goals here.
And
There's no excuse for it either, is there? It's a perfect night for kicking.
Yep.
Tallangatta just want to go through the corridor. You'd think they're down by 2 goals here. They're taking every chance they can possibly get. Here come the Bushies. Inside forward 50, Ciccone marks. And it's a good mark for Tallangatta.
Gee, Tallangatta, look, in this second half now, are starting to get that rebound footy game going where they're up against it, their back line is holding firm, and then when they bring that footy out, they're doing it quickly, they're lowering the eyes and hitting targets. It is hard to defend against.
I keep calling them the Bushies. That's the cricket team. They're the Hoppers. Cricket season's long gone, I can tell you that, because it's -5 degrees here at Tallangatta. Here's Ciccone. Big kick. This to probably ice the game to make it 3-goal margin. Another one across the face. Another minor score. 7 goals, 10 the Tallangatta Footy Club. The Mighty Mountain Men are 5-9. So 19 behinds today on TDFL Live. It hasn't been a great display of goal kicking.
Not of goal kicking. I think the game itself, it just had intensity. It's had fire. It's been a great game. Just the foot skills are just not rewarding the effort.
Long down the line. Nice mark taken from Lincoln Reid, who's working his way into this game nicely. He's got himself up the ground. Handball to the runner. Wasn't probably the best one to bowls. Played on. Put Bolton under the pump. Now working hard was Ryan for the Tallangatta Footy Club. Umpire calls for a stop. He just wasn't the right option there, Scoot.
No, you got to get that going long, right up that wing there, and try and get on the end of it. But unfortunately, Lincoln Reid's the one that needs to be down there at the other end as well.
That's right. He's having to do it having to do all the work. I do like the move from Bo Packer though, about getting him off the ground so he can hopefully take a grab and run back with it. Gus.
Fraser centered the ball for Tallangatta. Bolton put his head over the football. Nice tackle, then applied. Umpire says stoppage.
Old Pikelet Stefani under the pack there.
Pikelet. Pancakes, brother.
Pancakes, brother. Old Pikelet Stefani getting squashed at the bottom of the pack.
If Will's the Pikelet, I'd hate to see how big the pancake is.
Pancakes, nice.
It's a big pancake, a real Sunday stack. Here's Kennett on the left boot. High up and under, long down the line. Plenty of mountain men surrounding this ball. Worked out okay for Harry Schubert. Just left it behind. Now he's going to feed it back to Bolton. Tied up on the boundary line. Out of bounds for another restart. We've played 12 minutes here for Jappo Donks. Mitta 39, Tallangatta 52.
They'll be listening to Stefani. Don't you worry about that. They'll be all over this like a... What's one of your sayings, mate?
Oh, fat boy on some cake.
Nice.
There we go.
I know that Joff Stefani, considering he played at 1 o'clock today, I'm tipping he won't be in any state to send a message. So 13 minutes gone for Jappo Donks. Hope you're enjoying the call here of TDFL Live. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow as Barney take on Chilton for a big, big clash on 2AY. Pre-game starts at 1 o'clock. Oh, E.T. sat in the hole and he got squashed. He got absolutely crunched by Rhett Thompson.
Are we tracking Stone's numbers? He's just starting to get a little bit of that footy around the mid.
He's had 16 for the night, Goof.
Yep.
E.T. with an extraterrestrial style kick. Mongrel punt off the boot. White breaking away for Mitta. Lost his footing. Handball trying to find Quigley, who slaps it to grass. Working hard at Mitta. Is it a free kick for a high? Umpire says no. Big gang tackle, and we'll ball it up. And the umpire's not in a real rush to get there for the stoppage. He might be a bit knackered.
Big effort from their Tallangatta's back six, boys. You just see them swarm when a Mitta bloke gets the ball. If it's on the ground, they're all around it, and big, heavy tackles.
They're really working as a unit back there. Like when they're cheering and getting behind and enjoying the little things, the clearances, they're really getting around each other. They're a good defence.
We've got a free kick here. It's going to come back. Might be against Quigley. It's going to be a Tallangatta free kick, and they're going to get the advantage. They're going to bring it out towards the netball court, half-back flank, and they're going to run and carry. Here come Tallangatta. Nice ball into the hands of Bo Nicklin, who plays on its centre wing for Tallangatta. Centering the ball. Flying high was Daly. Takes a strong mark for Tallangatta. Wants to get them going. Inside forward 50. High up and under. Whistle, free kick. Holding to Parsons.
So this is that rebound Tallangatta football again.
And a 50-metre penalty. No, he's bringing him back on the mark.
Again, Tallangatta rebound off the halfback, even deeper. They use the footy cleanly and go again. It's really tough for the midfielders to keep up with that and be under the pump. They need more of a breakdown there. Then that all stems from the hard work of the Tallangatta defenders.
Parsons, 5 metres in off the boundary line to the town end. Can he steer this one through? He can. 4 goals, 6 for Kane Parsons, but more importantly, takes the Tallangatta total to 58. They've got themselves a 19-point buffer over the Mighty Mitta Mountain Men, and that might be too much for the blue and white to come back, thanks to Huon Hill-Wodonga.
Do you think Parso's putting his hand up for the JBR Electrical Player of the Day?
Well, that's Scooter's call. What are your thoughts, Scoot?
I think without a doubt, that centre, that focal point for the Hoppers, although he has kicked the 6 points, you can just see every time the ball's gone down there and he's been that person they've gone to, and he's a real leader. And unfortunately there for Reece Wall, there was a bit of jumper pulling on the way with that lead, but Parso's been the best for mine so far.
Parsons had 10 shots on goal and Tallangatta have had 18. So
there you go.
10 of them have come via Kane Parsons. Harding's been good, working his way into the game, but he turned it over. Mitta in the corridor, kick out to a 2-on-1. But the two players are both wearing the same jersey. Tracking this one is Grantham for the Mighty Mitta Mountain men. Underground ball up to half forward, not his best. Spills out now to the back of the contest. Inside 50 goes Schubert. Not on the same page as White, bit too much on it for him. Now the ball's in dispute. Tallangatta's back 6, as they have done so all night. Stand up when it matters most. They kick in the middle of the ground to a contest. Spills out the back. Working hard was Archie Schubert. He's been good for the Mountain men. Reed left it behind. Tallangatta regather possession. Out to the scoreboard side. Up towards half forward now. Looking to go inside 50. Good defensive work from Mitta. They stand up with a deep entry. E.T. working hard. Tackle from Ciccone was good. Now Brock has a crack here for Tallangatta. Ball's in dispute. Whistle in mouth from the umpire, and he says, we'll ball it up, Scooter Fraser.
Yeah, good contest there to get the ball, get a ball up really for Mitta. Hopefully they can clear it out here.
Up goes the Sharon. Reed in the ruck. Quigley must be resting forward. Tallangatta doing all the attacking here. Brock applied a tackle. They're going to look for Parsons here, but Tallangatta just gift that ball back to Mitta. They clear the defensive lines.
Oh, look at the foot race.
Here's big Quigley.
Yes.
The big ruckman's going to work. He keeps it in front of himself, but then tripped over at the final moment. Well done, Quigley. Oh, he plies the tackle. Bill Tilley, player of the day from Big Dan Quigley. And I hope he doesn't reverse it now. He has.
That's too quick. That's too quick of a call. You got to, that was a big effort from a big man. I think you're allowed to give him a little bit of how good was that.
We need a bit of sense of theatre.
Yeah.
Umpire knew he was on TV.
Yeah, he's going to try and get that one into almost footy legends. Dumped as he went to kick it was Kennett. Spills the ball up towards centre wing. Bit of an echo of a silence here across Rowan Park in Tallangatta. Fraser left it behind for the Hoppers. Now the ball's in the hands of Rhett Thompson. Been a good contributor today. Inside 50, Ciccone.
Mitta look under the pump now.
Yep.
They're looking a little bit desperate. So a lot of teams in this stage will look internal and not external and start worrying about where their man is and not doing the team things and start unravelling. And I can see that's what's happening now. They just didn't take their chances early in this quarter and late in the third quarter. I can't see Mitta coming back from this, Gus.
I butchered that one because Ciccone kicked it to Thompson. In fact, Thompson, I thought, was the one kicking it. Nonetheless, Thompson has the Sharon in hand. And he kicks across the face. Oh, did it stay in the field of play? Parsons with the toe poke. Oh, umpire said it hit the stick. And unfortunately for Kane Parsons, that does mean 4 goals 7. 4 goals 7 as Tallangatta move to 8-11-59 to Mitta 5-9-39. And Mitta want to play on and kick it long as far as they possibly can. Long down the line. Oh, good work from Tallangatta. They're really starting to get on top.
The structure's just holding up now. The more experienced, the more mature team are just structured so well. As the footy comes back in for Tallangatta, Mitta spoil each other. Jesse Kennett again follows the footy well. Eminem passes it back to the quarterback.
Eminem, also known as Peter Cooper. Yeah. Big shout out to his mum and dad, who I'm sure are tuning in. Here's Stone. Jeremy Stone seals the deal for Tallangatta. Huon Hill Hotel final term has belonged solely to Tallangatta. They move to 9 goals, 11-65, and they're running away victors over the Mighty Mitta Mountain Man, 5-9-39. Tallangatta finishing off a brilliant bit of play by Jeremy Stone, who I think's been one of the best today for Tallangatta.
He has. He's been that X factor up forward. He's probably that second option behind Kane, giving him that energy. So, yeah, he's been a good Luigi to Kane's Mario.
Was that a yawn or a covered up burp there, Gurf?
It's a bit of both.
I've never heard him called Gurf either.
It's been a long day, Gus.
That's what he wants in a hot dog. We'll go boundary side, Scooter Fraser. What's happening at ground level?
Sorry.
It's been a long day.
Who are the contenders for the JBI Electrical Player of the Day? I mean, Stone's making a case, so too is Parsons.
Brody Wyndham down back. He's probably led that back six really well. He's been physical.
Now the ball's in dispute here. Breaking away was Van Hoof, and he might have lost the headband there. Are you giving him a lift home, Bobby, or is he driving you home?
Well, if they don't win, he's walking.
He's walking home. Peter Cooper, or Eminem, as Matt Sider referred to him as. Umpire said he got the ball away legally. And Tallangatta go underground through the middle of the ground. Dan O'Connell on the centre circle, feeds it out wide. Nice work onto Ryan. Now they're on a bit of a pump here. Plenty of Mitta players lurk around this footy. E.T. stands up when Mitta need him most. He handballed in towards space, looking for Schubert. Schubert, handballed once again in towards a bit of grass. ET's been busy for Mitta. He keeps it going their way, the former Wodonga Bulldog, and he's having a crack, puts his head over the footy. Then leaving it behind was Bolton, mopped up across half back. Ben Hewitt, who's been excellent today for Tallangatta, centres the ball nicely. And Benny Hewitt back at Tallangatta after a stint with Corryong is really enjoying his life back at the Bug House as Stone goes inside 50. Parsons, good use of the body, put a big block on. Oh, he might win himself a free kick for holding the ball here. Umpire put the whistle away. Out of bounds for a throw in right in front of our broadcast box. Thanks to Ready to Hire.
Tallangatta are on top, but credit to Mitta's young players here. They are having a crack. They're not giving in and giving everything. Scoot?
Yeah, I was going to say that before. There's a bit of a spread in the middle there where Tallangatta have got a few free. Just need these Mitta boys to just get their heads up and play the game out and hopefully not let Tallangatta score anymore.
22 minutes gone on the Jappo Donks time clock in the final term for Huon Hill Hotel. I reckon Simo would venture up to the Huon Hill Hotel quite regularly. It's about a 400-metre walk.
How's the new menu there, Gus?
Well, I wouldn't know because you ate it all before I got a chance to nibble on it during the week. I'll hopefully get there tomorrow for a counter meal before the broadcast game between Barney and Chilton here on TDFL Live. Quigley just got clean bowled there. Now he's going to have to track this one towards the boundary line. Good luck tackling the big fella. He applies a big hip and shoulder. He's been Mitta's best. Inside forward 50. Just trailing there was Thompson. Intercept mark taken by Joel Wilson, who's been sold in the back six for Mitta.
He has. The ball's coming a lot. It's coming quick. It's coming under pressure, and he's held up as best he could.
Here's Bolton across half forward for the mighty Mitta Mountain men. Wants to get a shallow entry, searching on the lead. Mark's been taken by Gibbs, who has easily been in Mitta's best 3 or 4 players today, Bobby J.
Yeah, he's come up for his 24th touch here tonight. He's had a really good night, Tommy.
24 touches, 2 goals. Looking to try and make it 3. That's a pretty good performance today in a losing side.
And I think the fat lady has saying in terms for Tallangatta as Kane Parson now sort of limps off to the bench after, I would be say, having a best on ground performance.
And that ball has gone through the big sticks for Tommy Gibbs. The mighty Mitta Mountain men get their 6th goal here on TDFL Live and the Huon Hill scoreboard. 6-9-45 to Tallangatta 9-11-65. Scooter Fraser. Boundary side, thanks to JBI Electrical.
Yeah, I think that left quad of Paso is just getting a little bit cold. It's down to 12.3 degrees now, boys. So he's going to park it up for the night and probably have an early shower.
Hey, Scoot, do we have an around the grounds between Tallangatta, in the Tallangatta League game between Yakandanda and Beechworth?
Yeah, that frozen score on Play AFL, mate, was the final score. I think it was 11-11, 77 to 57. So a 20-point win to Yak.
I'll tell you what, I reckon Beechworth would be tickled pink with that, going within 20 points of a premiership contender with a youthful side. That's a great effort from the Beechworth Bushrangers.
Playing away from home too.
At half forward now for the mighty Mitta Mountain men. North left it behind, and the back wall, the brick wall of Tallangatta stands up once again. The back 6 have been absolutely superb. 6-9-45 is all they've conceded today, Tallangatta. As Kennett gets it up to half forward, big high up and under, spilling out the back of the contest. Daly for Tallangatta gets the ball going his way. Bit of junk time now for Tallangatta. Who's going to get on the end of the scoring opportunity? Free kick, and who would have thought Stefani, the Pikelet, gives away a free kick.
As Mitta,
Where's the
last
Pikelet come from?
The Pikelet, old Jack's the pancake, he's the Pikelet, and Will's the, I don't know, donut.
Donut, as Reed takes a searching leading mark here, and we don't know if he's got the leg.
He's been impressive, this guy.
He has a crack. He has a crack. He played centre half forward last year when Nick Hines played as the key forward, and with Hines moving to WA, a lot of pressure and responsibility's gone to Reed's shoulders now as the big key forward for Mitta. His right foot kick, he's cut the inside and the fat side of the ball. It's across the face, and the siren sounds. Full time here at Tallangatta. And they win on Anzac Day, the home side. 9-11-65 to the mighty Mitta Mountain men, 6-9-45. Have a look at this, right on cue. Scooter Fraser is going to go boundary side with our JBI Electrical player of the day, and Trav Cartwright will capture the pictures beautifully. Kane Parsons, our JBI player of the day. with 4 goals, 6. Scooter Fraser.
Congratulations, Paso. Pretty good to play a night footy.
Yeah, it was. It was beautiful. It was, we're lucky enough to get the grant for the new lights last year, and to put on a spectacle like this against one of the arch rivals on a day as important as Anzac Day is, we couldn't be prouder.
Yeah, big privilege to play on Anzac Day, and the first time the TDFL have ever played on Anzac Day as well. Mate, the team have had 20 scoring shots tonight. You've had 11 yourself. Probably not the straightest kicking, but good to be on the end of a few.
Yeah, it was. It was. Obviously would have liked to kick a bit straighter, but the hands are sticky and the boys moved the ball well. So I just, I was the beneficiary of some good movement and some good ball delivery.
I tell you what, you're back 6 going into the game without Connor McDowell. The league's best centre-half back by a mile. Brody Wyndham stood up today. How did you think from up your end of the ground that they were to you?
I think Brody was absolutely massive today, especially in that second quarter, those first 10 minutes of that second quarter. We probably didn't come out that well, and Brody just held fat the whole 10 minutes. I think he took probably 4 or 5 intercept marks, and probably was the reason that we could actually get ourselves back into the game. Not only intercept marking, but the rebounding that he was doing down there and working with the other boys. It's unreal.
Another one that we really we took a shine to tonight was Jeremy Stone out of the Wodonga Thirds last year. 3 games, 3 in the best.
Yeah, and he shows a lot. It's probably good. We've probably been few and far between getting those real young lads that are zippy like Stoney, and he didn't put a foot wrong in pre-season. I think he was there every training after he signed, and it's paying dividends for him now. He's put the work in and he's getting the reward.
From the outside, mate, it was a very, probably obscure to see Richard Lamb signing on. Hadn't been involved in footy. How's he been for you guys so far?
No, he's been great. Lamb he's probably focused on bringing the kids in. Obviously we missed finals a few years now, but we didn't want to just buy a side and come in for just 1 year. It was about trying to be sustainable like your Kiwis. And he's put a real emphasis on that, and I think we're going to start seeing the rewards of it, hopefully this year and if not next.
Hey, Parso, it's Gus up here in the box. Well done on a great game of footy. Talk us through the injury, mate. You were like Lazarus. You got up off the canvas when the ball was coming inside 50. That's a key forward special.
It is, yeah. They were calling for the stretcher. It took all my might not to say yes, but nah, just a stinger. Got me right in the quad and just needed to move it, get a bit of blood flow, and I was all right. But yeah, it'll be sore tomorrow, I reckon.
We might need you to go into the rooms and sing the song. Well done, mate. You're our JBI Electrical Player of the Day, the renewable energy system experts. Enjoy the win and enjoy the long weekend.
Thanks, lads. Cheers.
Kane Parsons, boundary side, our JBI Electrical Player of the Day. Scooter Fraser is going to follow the Tallangatta boys in to sing the song, and they were too strong. The Tallangatta Footy Club today. They just had a little bit too much firepower for mighty Mitta Mountain men, and full credit to Mitta. They were gallant, they fought hard, and their average age of their side is about 22 years old. So the future is bright if Mitta can retain these kids.
If they can hold these kids together, the spirit that they played in, the effort, like the energy around the footy, the not die attitude, like they fought right up until the end there, even though the game was done with about 8 to 10 minutes to go. It took Tallangatta 3.5 quarters to break it. Yeah. That is a pretty good go when you're looking at both those lists, the average age, and Bobby.
Yeah, as the Tallangatta guys are ready to sing their song, the inside 50s were very, very similar. It was just bang for buck. I think they were a bit more efficient when they went inside their 50, Tallangatta. And that, with Paso having 11 shots at goal, that just goes to show that they're more efficient and got the ball in more dangerous areas.
So we are tracking Scooter Fraser in the rooms with a song, Tallangatta 65 to 45. The Tallangatta boys get the job done here on TDFL Live. Our live stream viewers, you guys are done and dusted for the night, but stick with us here on the radio call because Scooter Fraser will catch up with the victorious coach, Richard Lamb. A big shout out to Travis Cartwright on the camera.
Good on you,
and Jackson from Wangaratta and Indigo Computers. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Join in tomorrow from, of course, 2 o'clock on the bounce of the ball between in the Tallangatta League between Barnawatha and Chiltern. Hope you've enjoyed the live stream as the
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.
Avita Motorhomes and Caravans, the longest-serving motorhome manufacturer in Australia, are celebrating 60 years since our humble beginnings. And to celebrate, we're introducing new 60th anniversary models with an exclusive 60-month warranty, roadside assistance and cap price servicing package. Drop in to an Avita dealer or visit avitarv.com.au and experience the RV lifestyle today.
Your battery's not going to have a pie at the footy. Catch a thriller at the flicks. Or entertain you at a fancy restaurant. But it will get you to where you want to go. Marshall Batteries. Holla for a local.
At Ready Group Equipment Sales, we have it all. Stockists of Wackanoisin machinery such as excavators, skid steers and dump trucks, plus JLG scissor lifts and booms. We also have digger and norm engineering attachments to suit any machine, as well as ECH ground engaging tools and cutting edges. On top of that, quality tracks, spare parts and wear parts for all brands. See the range up close at Ready Group Equipment Sales' new showroom, 191 Melbourne Road, Wodonga. Visit rgequipmentsales.com.au.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Chanty, 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 Chanty. Chanty, that's the name to remember. Chanty Holdings are the pros for all the muckiest jobs. For cleaning and servicing septic tanks, treatment plants and grease traps, winery and trade waste, even cleaning car and truck washers. They've been doing it for over 50 years, from Albury to Beechworth, Corryong to Corowa, Wodonga to Yarrawonga, Wangaratta to Henty, and everywhere in between. When it comes to liquid waste, call Chanty.
Chanty, Chanty, Chanty.
Call 1-800-CHANTY.
The possibilities are endless with Peter Bowen Homes because we build it for you. Open the door to your new home with Peter Bowen Homes.